Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody. Tonight is a little bit of a different show. I am headed back from MD Arsenal, and I'm hour away from the home base. So I didn't want to leave you guys because I wasn't able to stream on Thursday. I didn't want to leave you guys with another night without streaming. So I figured let's go ahead and get started. I just came from MD Arsenal with new records set, new records on video that I'll be dropping soon. Um, some pretty funny ones too. Some updates, dude. I dropped that new OEM Glock performance trigger, the Gen 5 Glock OEM performance trigger in my 19X. I got to run the new Glock build, all sorts of stuff that I got cool updates on. But until I get to a place where I can actually like screen share and show video, you guys are gonna have to deal with the Park with Dark style of stream. So Flying Rich is going to pretend to be me for the intro to greet everyone. So Rich, welcome and do your thing, bro.
So, first in chat this evening is 717 Brighter. You get a crisp high five.
Yeah, you got to
Next
do
is
the.
BV.
You have to do the. There
Okay,
you
I
go.
got it.
Good job.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then we have BV Luminous, Dangle Matt,
Lumi.
Toy Town Inc.,
Now, these people that
Blue.
you're mentioning,
Yeah.
what kind of viewers are they?
Oh, these are like the OG viewers. These are like all the pure tier one.
Are
Uh,
their names green? Are they
these are just green guys.
Chana
How can they not be
members?
channel members? Crumpy bought like 120 channel memberships.
Well,
Did you guys use your channel memberships up?
I think a lot of them probably lapsed, but it's all good. Just I just say welcome to all the Chena members. You weren't
So,
saying Chena members, so that's why I was
so,
asking.
oh, okay, yeah, no, because they're. Wait, are they channel members? They're showing up green on my end, but I see they've got the chicken bone syringe.
And so
So
that'll show
that's
like different. That's different levels.
yeah, but they're a channel member then. If they're green and they got the chicken bone syringe, right?
Yeah, if they're green, they're
Oh,
I was
oh,
gonna
okay.
say
So then they're
chicken
channel
members.
members. That's yeah. That
Yeah,
so
if they're
everybody's a
green, they're
channel
channel
member
members.
except me.
Channel member, channel
Channel
member,
channel member. Yeah, so
channel member.
let's see. Blue Curtain Burner is a channel member. Johnny Three Bar is not a channel member. You got to re up. We got Scott Depugnificent, Dude
I
Knowledge,
got,
who's not a channel member, and he
but
asked
does
if
eat
you eat
booty.
sushi. He's like, "Do you eat gas station sushi?" Was his question.
Was
I don't
that the
know.
real question?
No.
Yeah,
We got Tim Hopper. He's a
Tim
channel
Hopper.
member. Uh-oh, I lost it. Skipped on me. I don't know where I am now.
Yeah,
Fuck.
sometimes the chat refreshes.
Fuck. The chat
I feel
refreshed.
so bad. Usually, like
There it is.
I'm there with my audio equipment in the
Yeah.
studio, my in the gun room, but not tonight, guys. Well, I will after I get back. I will jump on and
New, new gun in the background. I got my
yeah,
Stormtrooper gat.
nice. I like it. It looks
And
great.
and we have Wesley Foster. Zanti Misfit. Too many
What up?
choices. And he says 40 Smith & Wesson for the win.
And the
Low
NFA is
Crow.
unconstitutional as
Shrek
applied to
Their
individuals.
America. Andy Lipsco. Joe
What up,
Morris. Let's see who's new. Jay
Joe,
the
my
Shooter.
guy?
Hey
What
Jay.
up,
You say what's up, Rich? What's
Jay?
up, Dark?
Jay the shooter.
Let's see. Kurt 24. Wow, Kurt 24. What happened? Was he sleeping? What's going on?
Kurt, what up?
We got testing 1 2 3.
What up? What up?
It
Sorry,
jumped
I
on.
want to say hi to all you guys, but I don't want to continuously
Don't want to go
interrupt
off road
Rich.
either.
Well, that either. So I can't wait to show you guys. But I got like a 0.53 second draw to first shot, and it was funny because I,
Dude.
I yelled like "get off my butthole" or something like that, and I cannot wait to pull up that video and show you guys. I got another one. I think the one where I said get off my beehole was like 0.62 or something like that. But it was good. It was still good.
Ooh, we got Rip Curl Readiness, DLD, Dark, Rich.
But
How are you all? Are you aware that the trial case fighting measure 1114 in Oregon begins Monday? I'm not familiar with that. Do you know what that case 114 in
not familiar myself.
Oregon? And we got the Beams of Goon.
What up?
He says
During the
Dirk
class,
in the pink.
I was during the class. I was rocking my my Goonbeam V2 Longboy on the rifle. And by the way, shout out to Goonbeam. He sent me a couple IR illuminators, so I can run with nods. So I got almost everything that I need to run night vision. So Goonbeam, you're the man. If anyone wants to support Goonbeam and the channel, they can go to the description, and then there is a link to Goonbeam and also a code. If you use code DARK, you save money.
Is my Goon Beam in my dresser drawer? I haven't seen my Goon Beam in a while. You know, my pocket one.
My pocket one is in my pocket one.
So I can't touch it, but on like the 45-degree side on the receiver, on the AUG, what should I put there?
Definitely a red dot.
Yeah, you think red dot?
Yeah, for sure. You should get one of the old donut reticle scopes, like one of the old um, I think it was Stair that made. They came with those like donut reticle optics, like a prismatic optic on it, and then if you also had a red dot for that little, you know, that'd be super gangster.
So for those of you that don't know, I fucked up, and I talked ish about the and the and ish
Yeah.
about that. So I can't say that here, because if I said what I said there on my channel, that's like now I can't post for a week.
He
And I
talked
did that to
about
Crump also.
the old cold. That's what he talked
Yeah,
about.
the Kung Flu. I spoke of the Kung Flu.
Yeah.
I
In
spoke
a
truth
very
to power.
yeah, in a very derogatory way, says the crown.
Yeah. The so and I appealed it, and they instantaneously denied my appeal.
Medical
But
misinformation, I
yep,
believe they said,
yep.
right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, you know, when you go bowling, you try to get a strike, and that is exactly
Yeah.
what Flying Rich and John Crump got on
Yeah,
both of their channels, unfortunately.
I really feel bad, but you know, it's one thing doing it to yourself. That's fine. That's your life. But I did it to Crump also, so I
It's
feel
one
bad
thing
about that.
doing it to Dark, you know, in Dark's channel. Um, it's another thing doing it to Crump. Oh, and yourself too. And yourself.
Yeah. So I've been streaming on Rumble. I run in my backyard, live stream. I was shooting gats on Rumble live. I can talk ish. I can say anything I want. I can talk about, you know, stuff getting stolen from the supermarket. I won't
Well,
say what the supermarket's a metaphor for, but you know, I can talk about shit getting stolen from the supermarket. I can actually put affiliate links to buy gats in my description on Rumble.
dang. Look at that. That's freedom. Freedom, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. In the
So,
corner for a week. Yep, yep.
yep, in the corner for a week. No streaming, no uploading, no nothing.
Yep.
I just
Yeah.
I want to, and that sucks, by the way. And you guys know I've been there personally, a lot. And after August the 18th, this is the first time this year I have been without a strike. This is
You're 000. Yeah. So the
yes,
strike. So how is strike? For those of you that don't know, a strike affects you. You can't upload for 1 week. So, but the strike stays on your record for 90
for 90
days.
days. Yeah.
So if you get a second strike within 90 days, it's 2 weeks. And if you get
Yep.
a third strike,
Then they
now,
yeet your whole channel.
Yes, and they could go back to content. So I got my first strike in no, I think like November, December, and it was nearly a year old video from the prior to SHOT Show 2022,
Yep.
where I was talking about this easy bake oven for ARF something, ARF
Yep. Yep.
14, ARF.
Plus one. Yep.
Yeah, so there was this easy bake oven some thingy that this guy Wilson Phillips, what's his name?
Yep. Yep. With the Cody and the Will and then the
Yeah.
son. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So they smacked my junk in the door on that one also. So
Fantastic.
I walked into my backyard the last 2 days. Like so what was it? Yeah. So Thursday and Friday, which I got calls from my neighbors. Would you believe it? I'm shooting in my backyard, shooting loud AF guns, like AR-15s with 4-inch barrels. And would you believe my neighbors were calling me?
Saying, "Don't stop shooting. I'm coming over."
That pretty much, yeah. Yeah, my neighbor's like, dude, I was coming over and then you stopped and went in. And by the time I got to the fence, you were gone. I'm like, oh, sorry. My other neighbor
That's
called me. He's like,
awesome.
hey, was that you shooting the last 2 days? I'm like, yeah. It's like, oh, it sounds closer. It's like, you want to go to the range on Saturday? I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good situation, man. That's
Man.
unfortunately the situation that I moved to. I will not be shooting or growing as many edible plants as I was once before. But I'll tell you what, honestly, that's why I am like massively grateful to MD Arsenal for, always going out of their way. And I don't know if Dudley or anyone else is
Oh,
out there right
where's
now, but Dudley, the turkeys, I know Dude was out there, but honestly, for the tactical turkeys, Dudley, MD Arsenal, all you guys, just being so willing to let us come out there after the shop is closed, because somebody has to come in, an employee has to come in and stay there. An employee that's a key holder, right, has to
mm-hmm.
come in and stay there and literally just either shoot with us or wait for us, and we're basically taking the whole range, running, drills. We did draw the first shot. We did bill drills. We did 20 round zigzags with the ARs to transition to pistols. Um, we did a lot of different stuff tonight, and we only shot for a couple hours. But man, it was a blast, man. I
I
finally
think you need to say hi to
finally got
Gertshop.
down. Is he here?
I saw
Gertshop.
somebody mention him. I haven't seen him.
Who even is you, SA? I think
We
I think is
have
what he would say.
JLM in Morningstar joined us. S Armitage, how's it going, my friend? And Benchies Go Boom
Armitage.
JC9 says Dark
Yeah.
allegedly lives in the Latino hood. I've been to Dark's place. It's not the Latino hood.
So he's right and he's wrong. So I don't live in the Latino hood, but I did grow up in an area in which certain Hispanic gangs are prevalent, and they do include Mara Savrachucha Trece, aka MS-13, and 18, 18th Street. Um, you know, I wouldn't say I grew up in the hood at all, like at all. But there was just a lot of dirt bags in my area, and where I grew up was a very transient area. So a lot of people were coming in from Maryland and DC and Virginia, and it's just like this little shithole of shit, you know. Mike McClune, JC9,
Oh,
Senor
Mike McLuhan,
Bob,
how's it going?
all you guys. Love y'all, man. I'm glad that you guys are here. Sorry that I can't read. I just don't want to die tonight. But really glad you guys are here. I'll pull up some of the videos of the shooting that we did tonight. My ear pro, as you guys know, I put on my helmet, so I was literally running around in my helmet, in my not full kit, in like half kit, no plate
Your no
carrier,
nod
just with my
helmet.
Yeah, my no nod helmet with my it's a Team Windy bump with my Peltors attached to it with my Wilcox G24 mount and no nods. I mean, even if I had nods, I wouldn't be running around with the nods attached to them if I'm not using them, you know? So it's not too far fetched to think that, you know, I'll be running around like that anyway. But dude, okay, so for anyone out there, if you have a Gen 5 Glock, I'm sure you've seen. Oh, hold on. Which erection do I go? Shucks. Hold up. Might be. Okay, so for anybody out there that has Gen 5 Glocks, um, you've probably seen that Glock made an OEM performance trigger. Okay, now for a few reasons, I was actually really apprehensive about getting this, and here's why. If first in the chat, anyone here, let me know if you've actually tested it out, given it a shot, fired it, dry fired it, anything at all, and then Rich, let me know what people say. Um,
Okay.
the first time I tried it, I just looked at it in the package, and it looked like it was so. It's a whole unit. Okay, it is the trigger housing. It's all the guts of the trigger housing. You know, connector, all that shit, and of course the springs and all that, and then also the trigger bar, and then also the trigger bar shoe and all that. And when you get it, you know you can find them usually for 75 to $100. So really, you're getting performance parts for the cost of, you know, an OEM lower parts kit for around $100. So it's not a bad deal, right? So I picked it up and I threw it in my first. I threw it in the I got the Battlefield green frame for the Glock 45 with the multicam black multicam upper with all the porting. Bro, I got a video of that shit. It is just breathing fire out of the top, but it is super flat shooting. So I'll show you guys that video as well. Um, and for some reason it wasn't connecting correctly, so I didn't want to mess with that right then and there. So I pulled it out, I dropped it in the 19X, and I was running it in the 19X. I like it. The thing that I was really I just felt weird about is when you have a Glock trigger, right, and you rack it and you pull the trigger and it disengages, the trigger stays back. Well, on this new OEM Glock performance trigger, no matter what, it always pops back forward. And it's a little squishy. But the break, once you get past a little bit of squish to the wall, it's like a 2.5 pound break. This shit is super
So
clean.
Come Out and Play says it's nice, but I don't think it's worth $100.
I agree. I agree. I found them for like $75. Um, not too bad. I wanted to grab one so I could get it, put some work into it, put, a few hundred, maybe 1,000 rounds through it, and then get back to you guys and let you know, like, hey, is this worth it? Y'all know I don't typically do reviews. I mean, when I get shit and use it, I'll talk to you guys about it and give you guys my honest opinion, but I usually don't do like reviews, except for that Strike Industries 43 slide. Woo! That thing is fire. I also got in the gray. So I got two Lipsy's exclusive block frames. One is the Battlefield green. The other is the gray.
Wait.
And
Do you want to tell the story about you showing off the photos of your new guns?
yeah, maybe not to who, but I'll just say that I was around family.
No, everybody was over 18.
Go ahead, Rich. You can start it.
So let's just when you said you screen recorded a certain candidate for Congress and her former,
Extracurricular marital activities.
well, I mean, it was marital, wasn't it? It wasn't
It was
extramarital.
marital.
It
Well,
was
so I
marital.
Yeah, it was extracurricular marital activities. So not to be
Extracurricular
confused with,
marital. So she was earning money to pay off her student loan because she's a nurse practitioner, and I'm guessing that costs money. And
yeah,
I guess you don't make enough nurse practitioner money on your
she
own.
was she was raising money for her campaign, 100%. She
Really?
could
Was she saying,
say,
"Vote for me, vote for me, baby, vote for me"?
no, she was
No.
straight up raising money for a campaign. I don't care what she says. She was a nurse, but basically this nurse who is a Democratic, um, what? Oh shucks.
Well, she's now saying if we talk
Ooh.
about this ish, that we're like violating her rights.
Uh, what's she saying? Oh, that she could sue us for revenge porn. So whatever. We're
Yeah.
not circulating the stuff, right? But essentially, what had happened was F it. Susanna Gibson, I believe it
Gibson.
was.
Yes, that's the name.
Yeah,
Correct.
Susanna Gibson is some type of representative for Richmond, Virginia. I forgot exactly what she
Is
was.
it
I don't think it
Congress
was.
or
I
is
don't
it
think it was
state?
Congress.
Okay,
I
so
don't think it was
state.
Congress, but it's some type of representative in Richmond, Virginia, and her and her husband were making, videos, and she was exploiting her activities with her husband
No,
for
Wait,
money, to be
I
specific.
got. Can you help me? There's one thing I'm a little curious about. In her profile, it said she loves dogs. I mean, are we talking about?
Oh, no, no, I don't know anything about that. I know that there
I'm a
were
little
no
worried
dogs. No dogs
because
were harmed in the videos that I saw.
okay,
But then again, you never know.
I don't know how
Uh,
much she loves dogs.
so I had to do a little bit of research. You got a problem, buddy? What's going on? So I had to do a little
Hey,
bit of research.
there's nobody in a Prius behind you. Are they in a Prius?
I don't see any Prius, but you never know. Those things can sneak up on you quick. I mean, slowly, but quick. Okay, so essentially, I was talking to an individual and I was dedicated to doing some research specifically for this purpose. And
And it's purely research. It has nothing to do with anything else. So
I mean, this wasn't anything that I was interested in watching myself. I mean, she's not, like, you know, bad to look at all. She's actually, kind of a MILF. But I had a few screen recordings of what happened, and it was also there were ads around the video too. So in my pictures and videos, you see the thumbnails of it looks like some disgusting stuff, right? So I went over to a family member's home today, and he was like, "Hey, I got some new stuff," and I was like, "Oh, cool, let me see." So he shows me a Glock 45, right? Gen 5 Glock 45, all black. He's kind of showing me, and I'm like, "This is cool, man. This is cool." He shows me whatever the 8-shot 357 Magnum Smith and Wesson is. That was cool. Um, Helped him put together his Benelli, and I actually bought him a mag for his AR-10, one of the 25 round mags, and the conversation came up about his Glock 45. And I was like, I actually just put together a Glock 45. And he was like, "Oh, no way, let me see it." I was like, "Well, I got the pictures right here." So I go and I pull up the pictures, and it's on that battlefield green frame. So of course I got to show it off. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. I love Flat Dark Earth." And I was like, "Well, no, this isn't Flat Dark Earth. This is Battlefield Green, right? You got to do some extra shit to get Battlefield Green, okay? It's a rare frame." He's like, "Oh, it looks like Flat Dark Earth," and my ego would not let me drop it. So I go scrolling back through my pictures. I'm like, no, you got to see it next to the 19X and the gray Lipsies frame and the Battlefield green Lipsies frame. Once you see them all three next to each other, then you'll know. So I go scrolling through my pictures while this family member is right next to me, and boom, scroll, stop, scroll, stop, scroll, stop, bam, right there. All these inappropriate thumbnails all up in my phone, and they just turn away and look the other way, and I'm like, oh my god, I just scroll away as quickly as I can. And it made it more awkward because they didn't say anything. So I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like super uncomfortable. um and anyway, I ended up pulling up the picture with the three freaking frames, and he was like, cool. I was like, all right, that's about
Oh,
that. So
oh.
family member, if you're out there watching, I swear I did not. My concern. I don't even want to say my concern, honestly, but yeah, the concern I shared on the phone before of the ads
Hmm. Hmm.
and what it may look like. Zanti, good to see you. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Bourbon, what's up, Bourbon? Bourbon operator, good to see you. Armin Times, great to see you. All y'all. That's all I can see in my chat right now. Isn't jabbing.
Oh, Damien Christ, how's it going, man? He says
Damien
classic.
Price, what up? Yeah, super uncomfortable.
And testing
Definitely.
says, glad that wasn't awkward.
Yeah, right. Oh man. And this is somebody who holds me to high standards, so it's you know, a little uncomfortable. But it is what it is. Um, so tonight I shot the Beretta M9A3 and I shot the Glock 19X with the Gen 5 performance trigger. I agree with Come Out in PLA that it's not worth $100, but it does also give you some other parts that you can use for another build, or you know just to have to keep around for replacement parts. So far I like it, but I only put a few hundred rounds through it. I put like 250, 300 rounds through the M9A3, and another like 250, 300 rounds through the 19X. And then I put like two mags through the Battlefield Green and multicam Glock 45 with the porting on top. Dude, that shit I swear, it is like a flashbang going off. Like, it is nuts,
Now,
dude.
that's just indoors. Were your lights out, or?
No, it was indoors with the lights on.
Okay.
It was bonkers, though. Pretty bonkers. I had a blast,
Oh,
and
Zanti Misfit says you should have hit play.
should have. Oh my God, no, no. The worst thing is that, like, look, I was trying to grab them because her PR team and her attorney were doing every single thing that they could to remove them from the internet, and I'm like, no, you're not getting off that easy. Just in case someone else wanted to do a story on it, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't you know personally, I don't find any excitement in that. But either way, my issue was that when you pull stuff like that up on, like, websites like that, they have ads all over it, right? And what kind of stuff do they typically advertise? What kind of girls do they typically advertise? Do the girls look really, really old, or do the girls look really,
Like
really young?
way the heck young and totally trashy.
Exactly. So all around this video, in the thumbnail of the picture, were a bunch of young, slutty, nasty chicks, and I was like, dude, this looks so bad. They're gonna think I'm like a pizza effer, you know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. We could just stop there. But yeah. Oh, also, shout out to Aegis Gun Care, because while I was out there, I dropped off a little care package of Aegis Gun Care to Dudley. So Dudley, I don't think Dudley's out there now. Z, what's up, brother? Um, I
It's
don't think
Zed. It's not Z. It's Zed.
you can say Zed. I can say Z. Zulu. Um, so Dudley, if you're out there or if you watch this later, I dropped off a thing of Aegis Gun Care for you there. I dropped it off with Raul, and when you get it, it is going to be a, little care package. It's got some cool stuff in there. It's got their solvent. It's got their lubrication, and I think some other stuff like a sticker and a card. And basically, this is a very good friend of ours, Rod, who owns the company and sells what I consider to be the best cleaning and lubrication product for firearms and honestly any metal that you're needing to clean and lube too.
Oh man, I
And
gotta clean a stupid number of firearms.
dude, I look, I've been trying to keep it to like every 1,000 rounds in my pistols to clean them every 1,000 rounds, but part of me wanted to push the Beretta like as hard as I can and just run it until it was just crazy, crazy dirty. Just to basically see when it would fail. So I don't know. I thought about putting a can on it and just running the dog shit out of it to, run it till it fails. But I don't know. For the rest of my guns, like for my Glocks, I'll just put that shit in the dishwasher and, you know, let that do all the work for me. But Aegis Gun Care is hands down the best cleaning agent out there for guns. It's a two-step process. I was a CLP guy. I loved CLP. Hey, Nelson Coins. Good to see you. Scott D. Magnificent. I used CLP for years and I loved it. But anything that says it can do everything usually sucks at something. So whether you use Aegis or another company, use something that you clean separately and then lubricate separately. You're going to get better results. You will
Hmm.
get better results with Aegis, hands down, 100%, no question. Man against the masses. What's up, brother? I need some lube. World War Z, World War Z. Um, sorry, I'm having to be very mindful of my surroundings now. Yeah, so I had a blast. Shout out to Indie Arsenal. Thank you. I appreciate you guys opening up the range to me and all the folks. I didn't get to shoot with Dust, unfortunately. He wasn't able to make it. He had some family stuff he had to take care of. But yeah, I had a blast, man. 0.5 something seconds, man. What? Half a second, draw the first shot? Shit. I'll take those numbers all day. Tim Hopper, good to see you. Tim Hopper. Who else we got? You haven't tried Kentucky Gunworks. I shit, I can't see. Enhanced reliability oil. Oh, police. Hold on. Woo! It's them boys. It's them peoples. Sorry, y'all. I gotta be easy when them peoples is around. Blow. Are you gonna blow through the? Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, if you go through that red light, you are tripping. Might be, might be. So, Rich, are you gonna dye the AUG blue, or what are you gonna
I've been teasing that.
do, dude?
Hold on a second. I wanna play a video today.
What video are you playing?
Shooting that gun that I don't own, actually. Let's
I will
see.
just
Didn't you
know. Is
email
it
me the
just
link?
a?
Oh, you
Is it
texted me.
just a? Is it just a short or what is it?
Well, it's a short video. So hold on. Let's see.
Well, I'm
I got
saying if it's not one of our videos, then we'll get a copyright
no, it's my
claim.
video. I mean, it's my damn
Oh, okay.
video.
All right. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me grab that
You can go
one.
ahead and play it. I can still listen, but I gotta go dark for a sec.
Okay, hold on. I'm like setting it up.
Set it
Mute
up. I'm still
that.
here.
Enter. I'm entering the studio. I'm backstage. I'm going to share screen. This screen, I believe.
Still here,
Is it?
Brasky. Yeah.
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 Okay. Can you add the screen?
Yep. One sec.
And tell me the people in the chat what you think of this point of view video. So the POV.
So just fantastic. It's in, and let's see.
Sure, roll back a little.
All right, so down.
No, it's
Is that
up.
it?
I got that wrong. Click.
All right.
Down
No.
is safe.
Oh, okay. Used to the other way. All right, it's low and left. High. Just high. Low.
Embrace the inner German.
High again.
Gapper Pete, what's up?
Broke the
I'm
white
Gabriel. So the RO at the range I was at
Not sure
today
what that-
had a Luger. The last time I was there, he had it.
there. And we're done.
I want one
How
of them
cool
so
is
bad.
Now, because of all the stupidity of
How freaking cool is that, huh? Alrighty, Dark. Dark. Drop the video out.
Hang on. I'm just getting back. Hang on.
Oh, alright. I can pull it out myself. Can I? No. I can't unshare.
Yes, you can.
Stop sharing. Alright. Video's out.
Just talk to everyone in chat for a second, and I'll be right back.
Hello, everybody in chat. It sounds like you're in your house, Dark.
Not my house.
Need MG42. Oh man, so that makes me sad because I didn't go to the Iraq veteran shoot last year where Richard Hoffman brought everything and let everybody shoot him. And I'm like, I know Richard. I'll see him. I'll go to the range with him. I'll shoot. Yeah, that was it. That was it. And I don't mean to be talking lightly of the loss of somebody. I loved Richard Hoffman in the most manly way possible. Just believe me, had a deep, deep, deep appreciation for Richard Hoffman. Taco, send a kit. It's the Flying Rich Show. How's it going, man? Le Uzi God, yes, God of all Uzis. Let's see, is there another video? All right, so tell me what you thought of the POV shooting. How did that? So that was actually, let me pull it out. That was this camera right here, and it comes with a clip, so you can clip it on your ball cap, on the bill of your ball cap. So what did you think of the? All right, Morningstar says he likes it. Any dislikes? I'm just curious. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Let's see if I want to search. I want to show icon.
Dislike. One thumb down.
What?
I'm just kidding. No, I like it.
Damien Christ likes it. I'm trying to think what else did I shoot that was cool. Or do I have shooting in my yard from yesterday? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm going through my thumbnails. It's tough to tell. What the heck am I doing with that video? So let me drop this one. Oh, that's the low resolution. I don't want that. Let's see, LRV. I don't want an LRV. That's low resolution video. Oop. All right. No. Ooh, okay. Here's another good gun. Let's see. And can I add it? Hold on. I gotta go to the yards of stream. Present. Share screen. This video, yes, share. Is it going to share? Oh, Dark has to hit a button to share that video. Oop. All right, is it upside down? It's upside down. I got to apologize.
You're welcome.
Oh, that was not
So
good.
this is basically an AR9. It's the
Is that rain?
one.
That is rain.
So I did bring the MP5 out, my favorite 9mm. And that's the Gideon Optic. And so there is a brace, but it's not a shoulderable brace, basically. Like you can't see the optic if you have it at your
Can't see the
shoulder,
green
so I'm
dot.
just kind of holding it in space. So I didn't lock on the horizon, which I'm kind of surprised at. I'm surprised it's like a 45-degree shot. But what do you guys think about the point of view video? Is that cool? And I don't know if you know, I didn't stop it in time. Let me go back. I'll remove the video. Stop sharing. So, what else? I'm looking for other videos. What was I shooting there? See, I didn't label them yet, so I just downloaded them. I didn't actually label them yet. Oh, this was fun. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna present, share screen, and that is the correct video. Boom, Dark has to hit the magic button. And I'm waiting for Dark. Oh, there it is, cool. So that's the Ruger, and that's not a Gideon optic. It's just a simple red dot. And they're, so 5.7. I got a couple of good shots on that plate back there. So I think it's a little further than 25 yards.
It's like this round piece hits you right here.
So yeah, I hit it there. Yay! Yay me!
How can I get this down?
Miss.
I have a
Ding.
but that really just makes it more.
I think I need more gun and less arm. I need to aim the camera a little bit better.
It's like a big
And that was the target, the paper target's about 5 yards in. And the loud guy is my neighbor. So the funniest thing about that is my neighbor at a sporting clays place, they were yelling at him for making too much noise talking.
The sights are plastic. They want you to do that.
So that's my favorite story to tell about my neighbor.
They're okay. They're plastic.
And let's see. I'm looking if I got another video to drop. Oh, that's so funny. So yeah, I can. What am I shooting here? No, that's the Luger again. I think. Yeah, that's the Luger video. Sorry. I'll find another video. Let's see what we got here. Is that? Yeah, that's me starting. Oh, I guess I'm shooting. Oh no, I was just doing some like B-roll footage, I guess. So as a YouTuber, you got to get B-roll footage. So you want to like unbox the product, load a magazine. So I'm turning on the Gideon optic on my Keltec P50, and I'm just trying to show the optic, or actually I was trying to set the brightness. That's what I was trying to do, and it's raining. All right, so that is 052. Let's see if I go through my video list, and 053. I think it's this video. So here. So now I'm actually shooting it. So what was interesting is, yeah, so why do I have it kind of on an angle there? So I'm not getting level shot. I got to do horizon lock. I got to learn how to use the camera a little bit better. But I was ringing the plate back there. Why don't I have audio? There's no damn audio. So, yeah, you can see that last one hit the plate because you can see it just like turn into dust. Oh, wait, are you not seeing the video? Oh, yeah, all right. So I'm yakking away and you guys are not seeing the video. So that's no good. That totally sucked. Oh, you could see the video? Oh, all right. Because it looked like it wasn't showing. Because, yeah, I'm showing here, but on my end, it's not showing the right video, at least. Yeah, no. No, the correct video wasn't showing. Yeah. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, how's it going? Detective John Kimball. How are you folks? Sport Brand, what's up? What's up, my homie? So, all right. So I thought I was narrating videos of me shooting today, and you guys. Now is Dark laughing in the background because he left me here all alone? Because it's always fun to have somebody else to talk to and bounce things off as a content creator, social media influencer. So what did I bring to the range? I brought the 50 cal to the range and they said I couldn't shoot it. I know at this range they don't allow you to shoot a 50, but once they did allow me when I asked nicely, but they did not allow me to shoot the 50 here. So that kind of stunk. So I shot the Steyr 9mm, which is super nice, super nice 9mm. Did Dark get pulled over? Hello, officer. Officer, I'd like to, I don't know. So I did bring the PS90, the FN57, the Ruger 57, the Palmetto State Armory 57, but and actually, dummy me, I didn't bring the right slide. I got, because I swapped out the slide on, I got to show where it says Gideon, and even though I'm super small. So I didn't bring the red dot, the Gideon optic, with me. So I have two slides for my PSA 57. Dark, you're back. Look at that.
It feels so much better to be back. I mean,
so much better.
Listen to that audio. The difference in audio alone. Jiminy Crickets. Hold on. Is it?
Audio.
Yo. Oh, dang it.
Dark's getting cuffed and stuff for robbing one of the Mickey D's parking lot after getting his 2 McFlurries.
Okay. Why is it doing this? I just gotta close. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry. Okay, how's that? Can you guys hear me okay? Oh my goodness, excuse me. I need me an audio Rich After Dark. Slim223, what's up? Hey guys, first off, I just want to say thank you all for being patient while I was driving back from Maryland. Uh no, officer, I was definitely not live streaming and driving at the same time.
No, I would never do anything like that. That's crazy.
Look, you guys, you got to understand, once it's set up, it's actually pretty simple to live stream.
Yeah,
And
you're just talking.
yeah, you're just chilling, talking.
But usually I live stream from a self-driving car. So
I did get a haircut. I don't know if you can tell. Actually, this is the Pohawk. You can't tell, but if you saw me in person, when you saw the back of my head, you'd be like, "Oh snap!" Like the back of it goes down into. So this is a very very unique type of cut. Okay, when you get the back of your head, basically like on the sides, it's
shape.
like faded up to the top, right? But then the back is actually faded up in a V. So it's got a short shelf life because for the first like week and a half to 2 weeks, you rock it. It looks dope. It looks like the back of your head is a mohawk, but the front is kind of like a professional looking like comb over. But after about 2 weeks, you start looking like you got a fluffy rat tail back there. So it has a very short shelf life on there. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's up, brother? Wesley Folsta, Morning Star, Sport Brand. Dang, everybody's up in here, man. Great to see you guys.
They've been waiting for you. They're running low on their fulfillment of dark videos.
Only make TikToks while driving. Safety first. Okay, tell me this.
When you get out of the car and walk next to it, yes.
Oh God. Okay, let me ask this. Who here actually has TikTok downloaded or has ever downloaded TikTok? Be honest with me, y'all. Be honest.
Never.
Dark or Rich, have you guts don't hold on. I assume that's guys. Have you guys done or seen any destructive testing of the Gideons? So not yet. Well, yes.
Bob's done it.
Yeah, I've seen what Bob published, but that was it. Business in the front, punk rock.
Pretty much, they're almost taunting me to destructively test it.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't have my 50 behind me. That's like, they said throw it on the 50, see what happens. I'm like, okay.
Yes. Look at this. Okay. Hold on. I'm allergic. So these are the answers to have you ever downloaded TikTok or do you currently have it downloaded? Morningstar says, I'm allergic to communists. Madam says, no. Zanti says, never. Blue Curtain says, never. Low Crow says, never had TikTok or Twitter. I do have Twitter, unfortunately. But I've never and will never download TikTok. Absolutely not. It's I want to see that what the mediator can take. Okay, so if you'll see here, I removed the mediator from the holy moly, excuse me.
Nice.
I couldn't get to the mute button in time.
I want to get some seltzer now. You made me want some seltzer.
Yeah. So this is the mediator. I've removed it from the Picatinny mount. Now this mediator is gonna go on. You ready for it? What do you think it's gonna go on, Rich?
A Glock 19.
Yeah, of course. Everything I have is a Glock 19. I actually don't know how many Glock 19s that I have, but if I counted, I would probably.
I think you got one of mine at least.
Well, not technically.
Not technically.
Yeah. I do have an unfinished frame, and also a slide. But I don't think that there was a barrel in there, right? It was just a strip slide.
No, I have no fucking idea.
I'll have to check. I haven't touched it since that day you gave it to me.
I thought it was. I would have thought it was complete, but I don't know. It might have been. I know we traded. Whatever.
Yeah, because
I got barrels and slides.
You had originally given me a 19 unfinished frame and then a 17 slide, and I was like,
Yeah, and I think
yeah. So I think I ended up getting a 19
stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I got you. I'll make sure that it's good to go. So here's the thing, though. If and for anyone out there that we've actually done some giveaways of Paul Marady unfinished frames, and I'm very carefully saying unfinished
P80s?
frames.
What?
Yeah, because I don't want people to think that we're out here giving away like functional
Used.
frames and stuff. Yeah. So I don't sell guns. I don't give guns away. I don't, whatever. But the
And if you take guns from me, you're stealing.
bro, 717 nailed it. The chrome slide, the Gen 5 chrome slide that is going on the gray Lipsy's frame. So I'm going to take this, the Gideon Optics Mediator, and with the gray frame, it's the Lipsy's exclusive gray frame, and the polished chrome Gen 5 slide. I'm going to get it's like a $50 freaking mount or plate. It is the MOS to Acro plate. And then I'm going to mount this big mamma jamma on it. And I am going to beat the piss out of this thing. I'll put probably, I don't know, 1,000 rounds through it. So I'm not really going to beat like the dog shit out of it. I'm
Whoa,
not
whoa,
gonna...
whoa. S. Armitage says he's got a white P80 frame to get rid of. Still, I'm buying it. It's mine.
No.
It's mine.
Nope.
It's mine. I read it first. It's mine.
Armitage, he already texted
It's
me.
mine. It's mine.
Yep, hold on. Hey, Armitage, what's up, man? Oh, nothing. Yeah, of course I'll
Armitage,
buy it.
what are you doing, man? I'll pay double whatever Dark offers you. Double.
Just send it to me. Take his money and still send it to me. If you have a white frame, so I've done one white frame before. I like destructive testing. So that's one of the other things I was going to say is the turkeys are also getting several optics from Gideon, and they're going to be doing some testing as well. So I did not know this. So on all the other Gideon optics, hold on, where's it at? There it is.
I see it. Saw it. There it is.
So on all the other Gideon optics, the reticle is what the reticle is, right? That's it. However, on the mediator, the reason why it's a little more expensive
Meaty?
is, well, no, I mean, it's meaty because it's an enclosed reticle. However, this you can actually toggle between different reticles. You can do the the circle with the dot, or just the circle, or just the dot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. If you hold the white Nylog, it's actually not the Nylog. Don't let him lie to you. It's a factory AUG.
Factory AUG.
White real AUG. Kellogg's. You should name it Kel.
My Keltex will get mad.
Kellogg. Like Kellogg's. Like, no, okay. Space AUG hype. Bro, totally. Yo,
Stormtrooper AUG.
Goonbeam, did you know that you can see if you use like an iPhone or an Android? Did you know that if you use your IR light,
IR.
yeah, you can see IR? So I was actually looking at the IR rays from the flashlight.
That's how you check if the batteries in your remote control for your TV work.
Mm-hmm. And it's also how you check to see if
Dude, that wasn't a Topo Chico. What the hell was that?
Oh man, this was the original Coca-Cola. I needed a little boost of. I usually don't drink soda, but needed a little boost to some, little caffeine. I figure it's equally as bad as a Red Bull, so why not? 15 millimeter would be neat. 15 millimeter. He said, just busting your balls, Rich. He told me last week. What do you mean 15 millimeter? 15 millimeter what? DLD After Dark, nickel-plated Gen 6 Glock revolver that takes Glock mags in 15 millimeter. Yes. You know what? I'll get on that. I did see, though, this dude posted a video, and this is what, let me tell y'all. The world of content creation is so scummy that people literally put shit out that is incorrect on purpose, specifically to get you to pay attention and then watch it 10 times and let it play 50 times while you're reading the comments and commenting. I know people like that. But this dude posted a video and said, Gen 6 Glock 43X. And he basically said, oh, S15 mags. I got these Tyrant designs +4. So I don't need these. So I'm using a 10 +4 +1. So 15 rounds. But the shit's sticking out like this long, right? So it is literally the size of my 21 round 43X. And he's got 15 rounds in his shit, right? And he's like, fuck shield arms, fuck the S15. This is a Gen 6 Glock 43. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? There's not even a Gen 6. This man went to the future. And dude, people are going nuts. And I'm like, yo, you know, this dude wanted y'all to do that. Like, he literally, like, you know, that's the funny thing. And you know, the first person I thought of when I saw that?
Clock 7, me.
Well, I mean, I thought of Rich. Rich, what are the things that you've done like that before?
Oh gosh, I forget now. But oh my gosh, I've trolled people hard. I have totally trolled people.
100%.
And it's so funny. Like, people get so just like, if you're one model off, if you're showing a Barrett 50 and it's not the XM whatever blah blah blah, they're like, that isn't the right.
Oh yeah, they'll go crazy. Hey, hang on.
Yeah, I hate saying, I don't even remember, but like the last one, I've got like the wrong model on, and I don't care. I just did it on purpose.
Damn.
What are you looking at?
Hold on, I'm trying to find the one I want to show you guys.
717 Rider says he saw a Harley and thought of me. Yeah, I still have my car back. I brought it to them last Saturday.
I have not tried the PSA Micro Dagger mags in my Glock 43X yet. But
they have Micro Dagger 15. Oh yeah, I remember 2 years ago they were telling me that.
Yeah, where you been at? Yeah, it took them 2 years to come up with it. All right, hang on. Is this it? Let me see.
Oh, all right. So Taco Syndicate saw my fridge gun short on Flying Rich Firearms.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. I got it. You know what? Let me just send it to me, and I'll play it. Actually, I don't feel like doing that. Hold on, I can pull it up and play it here. 1 second.
Man Against the Masses was at a car show. He's gonna send me a pic of a 23 Z06.
Nice.
I think in 2 years will be time to buy like a 2023 Z06.
Is it a Z06 or a Z06?
0. O is a letter.
Everyone calls it a Z06.
No, they're wrong.
They're edgy and cool.
Yeah, so. Oh, that's what you want to show.
Get away from my butthole.
Ain't nobody touching that butthole. 0.62.
Ain't nobody touching that butthole.
So it's like a half-second reaction time.
I mean, honestly, that's what you're reacting to. Hold on. I did run 20.
Oh, you're not even aiming.
Dude, I hit it dead center. Look at this shit. Hold on.
But no, you're not bringing it to your eye to aim.
You're not even aiming.
No, I didn't say. I didn't mean you're not aiming.
No, so I am. So I'm basically shooting from like the relief cut or from the hip, as opposed to doing like a high thumb pectoral index. But we also did, you know, when you're shooting it from hostage, right? Hostage is when, you know, you're up in the air, and when you go down, you have to draw, and you're unlocking the holster if you have ALS or SLS or one other kind of dead draw dark. What kind of dark drawing stuff can you guys come up with for DLD? Right? Like I don't know, probably nothing that would be good. All of it will be bad.
Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT.
If I buy tequila, the lowest I go is Don Julio Blanco, which is a 6 out of 10. Decent price to taste if you want quality. Get Mandela Extra Añejo. I don't know anything about that. I'm not a drinker. Only thing I drink
Well,
is
I enjoy sipping tequila.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, hang on.
I did not have sexual relations.
I started saying the craziest shit. I was like, I do not know where Barnes and Noble is, sir. Beep boom. Hold on. It's from Hostage. 0.92 from Hostage, bro. Still sub 1 second.
All right. I must not have gotten this prompt correct.
So I'm still at a sub second. And hold on. Let's see if this one is the one. Hang on. I'll show you guys. Oh, you know what? Okay, and this one was here. Hang on. Check this shit out.
Oh my gosh. All right.
And that was 1 second flat from Hostage. Oh, hold on. Just so y'all know. Hold on. He's like, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. All right, watch that. Now watch. 1 second flat. Look at that. Look at that mug. I'm like, I like
All
that
right.
time.
So I'm effing with ChatGPT right now, and I say, give me 10 acronyms spelled out for DLD. Include dark as the first D. And it says, certainly, here are 10. And it says
No, I was
dark
talking about
luminosity
drawing,
detector. Right.
What,
I'm just messing with it at first. So make sure I get it right. So dark legacy discovered, darkened landscape. Anyhow, so it gives me 10.
dark landscape design? Is that
Doesn't matter. That's fine. Then I say make them firearms related. It says, I'm sorry, but I cannot provide content that promotes or relates to firearms or violence. If you have
dangerous.
any other. I'm like, sticks and stones, motherfucker!
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Burp. All right, let me show you all this one.
Hey, I'm going to step out. You mind if I walk the dog? The dog needs a walk.
Walk it, man.
I'll be back.
Walk it like I talk it. Here, I'll take him out so we can actually watch this full screen. There you go. So this is the multicam, the black multicam slide with the Holosun SCS. Oh fuck, that's right. This is when he was doing the build drill. Okay, here you go. Watch this. This is the. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the ported. This is the ported slide. Watch this. Dude, that concussion is nuts. Dude, look at that fire. Damn. Oh my god. Dude, that's nuts. Battlefield Green, suck on that, Tom, with Surplus Army. Yo, when you selling slides, you know, I don't know. You know, I've toyed with some different ideas, and I may be adding some additional stuff to DLD hardware, but yeah, just there's some other things I have to kind of keep in mind with all that. I know you honestly, I would love to put out some ish like that, like some ish that you would be like proud to put on an OEM build, you know. Um, but yeah, you know, I'm considering a few different things here. There you go. Now that we're full screen.
Make clear. Make clear. Right in the center. Damn. Look. One second, baby.
1 second on the dot, which honestly isn't that impressive because I literally at 0.60. Let's see which one. This one was 0.60. Hold on.
Damn! 7.84.
There you go. With that Tyrant Killer patch. Fluffy got it. Let me see. Dark's Lethal Draw. I like that. Flying Rich, if you're back there, I can't see. I took you out for a minute. That's that if a hobo asks you for $1 draw. Dang, that is cold. KM Tactical makes good and cheap clock slides. You know, there's so I kind of like, there are a few that I'm super picky about, okay? And I know it's gonna be like weird because I got like over 30 Glocks. I got like 33 Glocks now. Jesus died at age 33. It's crazy. Anyway, and I'm looking at like, okay, so which ones are passable, like which ones are okay, which ones are good, which ones are great, which ones are excellent, and which ones are OEM in performance. And I y'all would be super surprised if you look at like what are some of the best like OEM to performance grade or better, like Lone Wolf for an example. Lone Wolf Alpha Wolf frames, bro, those are like right in line with OEM spec. Those have been excellent. So if you wanted to WWJD Gen 3, duh. Dude, Gen 3 is the gen, hands down. Hand of God. What do they say? On God. Um Armitage, I second KM Tactical. Yeah, KM Tactical is good stuff. Like I'm certainly, what I'm saying, I wasn't intending to say anything negative about them at all. I was just saying that like after putting a lot of time and energy and resources into, you know, what's good, what's better, and what's, you know, the best, um, I was surprised to see what shit was outliving other Glocks. It's hard to beat OEM though, man, and you can always take OEM and then kind of, you know, add some performance parts to, you know, bump it up, you know, another notch. Let me see. Okay, so this is that really, I don't care about that shit. All right, so here's, damn it, I keep moving it. Here's a picture of the 19X and the Glock 45 with the Battlefield green and that multicam. That thing is fire. Love that thing. And then that is the Lipsy's gray frame. Now these are the gray Lipsy's mags, and then the Battlefield Green mags, and also obviously the 19X mags as well. So that gray one, as soon as I get that polished slide in, I'll be running that Gen 5 polished slide on the Anthony Smith just started following you. Nice. That's what's up, man. Hey, IPS. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I got my my P80 wall. Um, so the reason I kind of set this up, like most of my shit's Gen 3, but I wanted to show Gen 5 a little more love, but I also wanted to throw that Gen 5 performance trigger because it's all OEM, right? I wanted to throw it in there and just kind of, feel it out. Hold on. So what was the other one I wanted to show y'all? Hang on. This one. This one was the one I ran with my pistol. Dude, okay. I gotta say, that patch on my helmet, love that patch. And it is a great conversation starter. Okay. Let me just tell you. That definitely gets the two things. It either gets the conversations going or it completely avoids conversations. I'll tell you that right there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Flying Rich. Appreciate that, IPS. Good to see you, man. Where you been at, IPS?
I found my gun beam. IPS, is he going to IV 88888888? And is he bring his 50 cal?
I don't know, and I don't know. Dang, that reload though. All right, I'll have to put together some videos for y'all from the training. I mean, tonight wasn't really training. We were just kind of, doing our thug thizzle, and I'll put together a video. And,
when is that? Doesn't mean he's going. I can't tell you. If you don't know, I can't tell you. It's Safety Harbor Firearms. Guess who I'm carpooling with? The IV 88888888.
Does it say level 488? What is it? IV 1480. I don't know. Safety Harbor. Great to see you.
So it looks like Shooting Gallery New England, Walt and I are going to carpool to Iraq Veteran.
Who is?
Walt, Joe, and myself.
Nice, anti-misfit. Great to hear that, man. Bro, I gotta say, my tack knives game is on point. And if y'all are looking for like a little life hack, okay? So I'm always looking at like where can I put shit that's like not taking up space on my belt, right? Like if I got dead space on my belt, I'm gonna find something for it. But if there's another way or a better way to carry something, I will. So you can get like all your high speed gear. Like I got all the freaking blue alpha freaking Safari Land and Team Windy and Ops Core, all that shit, right? That's cool, but that's for different stuff, right? That's for like if if the sky falls. But for EDC shit, I look at things differently. So I'll rock a shoulder rig and then completely give me my whole belt back, right? If you guys want to find a way, so I'll rock this on my right side. So I got my Cold Steel. This is the Black Talon 2 on my right side. And then on my left side, I'll have the spicy sauce. Okay. And then I'll also have the Gumbeam, right? Which is, bro, out of everything that I have on my person every single day, all day. Why do we only have 40 people in here? What the fuck is going on? We usually have like 80 people in here. Is it because I was in a car for the beginning of the stream? That's probably what it was. Okay, so anyway, I want to carry more, like I prefer to have other options on me too, right? So I'll carry my primary handgun. Typically that's right here. To be cautious, but JM4 TAC right now, because of the belt and the setup that I got, I went with the JM4 Tactical today. But I am loving the tuck holster from North Coast Tactical. Does your dog have a mohawk?
Yes.
Like on purpose?
Yes.
That's awesome. No, that is an OEM og. It's not a Nylog. Hold on, where's my other? Hold on.
So yeah, there was just like a big thunder boom. So the dog came running in here, and she's shaking like mad.
Really?
Yeah.
Poor little baby.
Oh,
So
come on. IPS makes big bucks. He's got a 50 cal. He can afford a real log.
yeah, man, you got this. So what I like to do is have other options that are accessible by both of your hands, all of your phalanges. Okay. So one of the things I do, even if you're carrying appendix, even if you have your gun on the right side of your appendix, if you're correct handed, or if you're left handed, you'll have it switched, right? And then the extra mag on the left side, right? But in the middle, what you can do is place something like this right there in the middle. Okay. Literally just float that bad boy up and then put it over your belt, clamp it down. Okay. And you have right here basically the size of a belt buckle. And you can grab this bad boy out with your right hand. Okay. This is a cold steel. What is it? What is this shit called? Mini tack. Okay. Or you can grab it with your left hand as well, and it gives you that little extra tang in there. Sub hilt, I guess it would be kind of an extra sub.
I like a little extra tang
Well,
anytime
man,
I can get it.
I'll never turn down a little extra tang.
Speaking of which,
Can't talk about that right now. Okay, so I like to
do you
have
eat
this.
sushi?
I don't eat gas station sushi.
Sushi. Oh, okay.
I've heard of some that do. So I like having a little mini fixed blade because you can push these little fixed blades to the edge. Like they're also stupid fast when drawing them things out. And y'all know how much I like them fast. I'm just kidding. I know I'm just practicing and training. I know I'm being funny about like, oh, I'm freaking super fast and super speed. It's just I'm just practicing. I'm trying to be as good as I can be behind my gun. And I feel like that's one of my responsibilities. DLD, Mike Ken, what's up, brother? DLD, what's good? I'm digging the Battlefield green. Is that G45 or G45 MOS? I found the G45 in the green, but I want optic ready. I have the 19X, so my FDE crave is satisfied. So I did the same thing. So I actually pieced together the 19X. I got the 19X upper complete somewhere else, and then got the 19X lower complete somewhere else. And I did get it for less than the cost of, a factory new 19X at that time. However, the Battlefield Green, if you want the MOS, I don't think, because it's ellipses exclusive, I don't think you'll be able to get the MOS. You may have to either get a Gen 5 by the frame by itself. I can tell you where to get them. They don't have a lot of them. I can tell you where to get one. And you could either get an aftermarket Gen 5, like a dope ass, like a Zev, Grey Ghost Precision, like, one of the higher level performance slides. And then you can, run a dot on one of those. But honestly, man, like, I don't know. The only reason I have that setup that I don't have it on me. I'm acting like I can show you anyway. The only reason I have that set up with the dot is because someone else put money into. So let me back up a little bit. So I bought it as just a frame with the frame, the lower parts, the 3 mags, and all that with no slide. Separately, prior to that, I bought just that black multicam slide that had the green in it. So I was like, oh, bro, I got to get that Battlefield green frame now. So it is a 45 slide that someone else put the money into machining it, porting it, doing all that shit. And then I got the Battlefield green frames separately. So that's how I ended up with those. And then I got the gray, which I think it's like Battleship gray or Gunmetal gray, I don't remember, but it's a dope gray. And I got that stripped, or not stripped, but separately as well. They weren't complete guns. It's an acquired taste, like with wine. Morningstar, I like whiskey. Not much of a wine guy. Urakami, sashimi, and gimbap. What? Urakami. Your I don't know. Urakami. Sounds hilarious. We used to soak the fish in milk to get the fishy taste. Oh, it makes it taste a lot better. Okay, sorry. That sounds better. If you're frying it, that's gas station tacos, highly flammable, inflammable. I don't know what you mean. Let me see. Sushi Tang. So he's talking about eating bee holes. I shell out 300 for a good AUG design. Dang, 300 for you're talking about for
3D printed dog, the 9 log.
man, that's a deal. It's hard to pass that up. You're
Oh,
still
yeah.
so you can buy the AR barrels already turned down, like ready to go, right? Or do you have to do that yourself?
Yep. No, you can buy them.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. Those are the sushis I can make. Ah, interesting. So urakami is a kind of sushi. Starfish. Teehee.
I actually had supermarket sushi for dinner. Well, really sashimi, but
Okay, supermarket sushi is very different from gas station sushi. Two completely different things. Tell me this. What is this bullshit that Lucas Bodkin is saying that you have to have a sub 1 second draw no matter what? Sub 1 second draw to first shot in an overt rig and from concealed. Sub 1 second draw. That's from concealability. I'm at like sub 1.5, but like 1.5 versus 1 sec. That's ballsy. That's a challenging, uh, thing for every single person to reach. Penny pinching, bro. 609 to 700 tops. It's a Glock. I know. So these were like my splurging on shit that I honestly shouldn't have spent the money on anyway. But everything lined up perfectly. It's like I came across the, chrome polished Gen 5 slide that has to go on the gray frame. That is going to look gorgeous. Then I came across that multicam, black multicam slide with the SCS and all that stuff. But I got that slide with all the machining, the Cerakote, all the OEM parts with the Holosun SCS. I got the whole thing for $360. Like for the cost of the optic, I got the whole upper. That's the only reason I got that. Just so y'all know, I'm not out here balling like that. All right. Louis Botkin is a femboy. Don't listen to him. Dark would smoke him. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be on either side of his guns, honestly. But I mean, look, I respect it. Like if you can get to a sub 1 second draw to first shot from concealability, respect. And the only look, I started doing this years ago. What I would do is I would take my iPhone, okay, and I would turn on my stopwatch and I would set it up on like, the eye level shit next to a target, and then I would put one of those 9mm laser cartridges in my gun, and I would chamber that thing, and I would literally just do, I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times per day. Let me guess, Man Against the Masses.
yep.
Oh my god. Which picture is that? Like, did he take that tonight? Jesus. That's impressive. Oh, why is it not? Got to get a little reckless to see sub 1 second from Conceal. You're not seeing tons of people do it consistently. Yeah, I mean, look, with my hand on my gun in an overt rig, I'm at a half second to 0.6, 0.60, 0.62. With my hand on my gun. Now, keep in mind, I got to unlock my Safariland SLS ALS rig, open it up, unlock it, draw that bitch, and then boom, right? I'm still hitting. I missed a few times tonight, but that's the thing. Like, when you're trying to put speed before form and before technique, you got to look, this world that we're in, the 2A world, the gun world, the whatever, right? The gear world, this whole fascination with, like, guns and gear and all that shit. First, it's got to be mindset down, right? Then it's got to be skill set down. Then it's got to be tool set down. People jump into this game and then they get like these crazy like Gucci tools, and they're like, now I'm going to be able to drive fast with my new Lamborghini. It's like, no, you got to get your mindset right, then you got to get your skill set right, then you got to get your tool set right. And then once you address those things and you get to that point where you're reevaluating your tools, then you may need to reevaluate them and totally change your shit all up. Gabber Piet, what's up, bro? DLD After Dark. Should I spend $100 on wood grips for my Beretta? No. In my opinion, no. Now, do they look great? Absolutely. Do I find them to be uncomfortable when shooting? Yeah, they're in my opinion, they're a little too thick, and it's not where it's at. What I would do is take that $100 and I would go to Wilson Combat, and I would buy whatever you can get for $100. I would buy the Wilson Combat parts to upgrade the trigger to a Wilson Combat trigger. Get the springs, get the whatever you can for $100. You may not be able to get a whole lot. Spectre Solutions, what's up, bro? But just get what you can that would actually improve. If it's a 92 or 92 FS or an M9 or something like that, I would go that route. The wood grips are dope. They look cool, but wood cracks, wood swells, wood, eventually gets fucked up. And even though it's gorgeous, it's a 92X. I wouldn't change a damn thing. Is it the stainless 92X or the all black one? Because I think they got all black, two-tone, and stainless. Sport brand, nah, his fragile wrist will break on the draw. Louis Botkins is a scary mofo when it comes to gunfights. I could manhandle him in a fist fight, but that's a different story. Facts. Okay, so that's that. So tell me this, okay? Regardless of what y'all may think about old Lukey boy, um, the dude can run his shit, right? And in my opinion, I would say he's got his mindset right, he's got his skill set right, and he's got his tool set right. He's got all three categories. Right now, I'm working on my skill set, and I may reevaluate tools later, but I did everything backwards, right? I worked on the mindset first, and then started to eventually going to getting into skill set. But I've been acquiring tools throughout this whole thing. But if I so looking at EDC, what you carry for an overt rig, like what you train with, right? These are completely different things that you want to try to find a relationship between the two, right? So in a perfect world, my EDC gun is going to be very similar to my SHTF gun. And hold on one second. I totally forgot I had this off.
Well, now that Dark has left the room, we got Come Out and Play and my dog. and my dog is shaking because there was like one loud thunder boom. Living in Florida, you get that kind of thing. So I guess I have to apologize to Walter Keller because
Might be.
I don't have the 50 cal behind me.
Might be. So I kind of did my shit a little ass backwards, but also I'm kind of not breaking the rules. I'm bending my own rules a little bit, right? Because for the longest time, my go-to gun for like my overt rig, because I don't just
Glock,
want to call it like
Glock.
SHTF. It was a Glock 19X, right? So always Glock was the way to go. And my EDC was a Glock, right? And they were very similar. Even though they're different guns, it's still a similar, you know,
Manual of arms, all that.
exactly. Yeah. And I used to actually EDC a 19, and then the 19 would be like my overt rig, my SHTF rig, whatever you want to call it. But the 43X came out, and that was just like, psh, why am I going to carry anything else? This is smaller, and I can put, I can squeeze 21 rounds in this biatch. So Gabber, 100%. The wood grips do look very cool. They look good. The only thing I don't like about the wood grips is that they make the grip a little bit thicker. And one of the things that I really love about the Vertex style grip of the new Berettas is that they're super slim. I do love that. But if you like it, go for it, bro. 100%. It's guns are such a personal thing, right? Like one of the things when you buy like the Beretta M9A3, which is kind of what I was going to get to, is the Beretta M9A3 comes with like 2 sets of grips, and I actually had a third set over here, and I just went with the factory because they're super super slim. They're polymer, so they're not going to get all jacked up. They could still break and crack, whatever, right? But you know, I just really love how slim the grip is. But I'm kind of breaking my own rules because my EDC is a Glock, but my, most common, gun for my overt rig, my SHTF rig is a Beretta M9A3. So I'm kind of, breaking my own rules. But I still throw the Glock in there. Like I threw the Glock in there today and I was running some rounds through it. DLD After Dark, that's funny because I got this 92X brand new on sale because it was used. A woman owned it before me and she sold it to the gun store because it was too big for her hands. I got it for 500 instead of 1300. Dang, bro, that is a deal. That's one of the reasons why I got the M9A3, and I was tempted to get the M9A4, but the system that you mount the red dot, it just doesn't look right. It's only 2 screws but it's like, that sounds stupid when I say it's only 2 screws because all RMRs and all that are only 2 screws, but hear me out. The way that the system is on the top of a Beretta, you have a very narrow like path up top, right? And you have 1 screw here, and then off centered down a very thin vertical plane, you have a second screw, like caddy corner, I guess, like whatever you want to call it. So it just looked like off to me, and I was like, man, I don't know. Plus, I could not find a Beretta M9A3 or M9A4 holster from Safariland with retention that you could rock with a dot on it. And for overt shit, I'm only going to carry something with retention, whether it's SLS or ALS or something. Damn. Detective Young Kimbo. He said, Bud Boomer, I bet Botkins can bench more than you. Damn. I like to throw the hand between the legs for trick shots with the beam on it. Bodkins couldn't bench my balls. Look, I got respect for anybody that puts the work into to the skill set, man. That's you know. But no, Gabbard, bro, the Beretta is where it's at. When I came across my Beretta M9A3, so I was looking at one factory new, and they're like almost $1,000, right? You saw a little bit of a drop in price when the M9A4 came out, and I was like, well, what's the difference? one, 18 round mags instead of 17 round mags. Two, you can run a red dot on it, all dope things. And when you buy it, you get the gun, 3 mags, and the whole shebang. And they give you, whatever the grips. And then if you don't like the old or the Vertec with the straight flat grip, you can add this, which actually adds the old school Beretta hump in the back, right? So it gives you that old school Beretta feel to it if you don't like the straight Vertec backstrap. Oh, excuse me. Personally, I like the straight backstrap, right? But when I was shopping around for it, I found this dude selling it barely used at all, right? It was previously owned, barely used. The gun and 16 magazines, and I know it was crazy. 16 mags, it's nuts. The gun, 16 magazines, the flat dark earth Beretta ammo can, all that shit. In an Olight that was FDE that matched it. I don't even know where that is, honestly. Olights aren't my thing. Holster that you could run the Beretta with the Olight in it and all that shit. And I don't even remember a bunch of shit, right? And I ended up getting it for about 800 all said and done with tax and transfer and all that. So
that's like $800 worth of magazines.
So I thought that until I got the mags in hand. It was 6 of the 17 round, Beretta mags. The rest of them were various kinds of like milsurp, like the $10 to $20 mags. I mean, they're still great mags. Like they will work in both the M9A3 and also the Beretta Heaven 92FS as well. Which I mean, I love those guns, but man, once you get the M9A3 or the M9A4, and once you run that shit and then go shoot the 92 FS or whatever, it's like, whoa, huge difference. I love it. Why hate a guy that can shoot better than you because he's a dweeb? Don't hate, appreciate. No, I'm down. I honestly got nothing but respect for the work that anybody puts into the skill set. Of course, it's funny to pick on people, right? Like I pick on dudes all the time. I will literally call Rich and be like, Rich, it's dark. I just watched this video. It was 47 minutes long, and this guy said this, and he took this position in this argument. But guess what? 20 minutes after that, he contradicted himself and da-da-da-da. And how is this dude getting 47 million views on a video where he's lying to his viewers? He doesn't care. And then after all my big old rant, he's like, cool. What you doing for the rest of the day? I'm like, I know you don't care. I'm like the YouTube justice guy, I'm like, what? Tim Kennedy came out and said what? Oh, hell no. So you think we should touch on that?
Do whatever you want, man.
Okay, so for those of you that
first tell people who Tim Kennedy is, so they
yeah, I'll do the the thing. Okay. So Tim Kennedy is a soft guy, special operations guy. And about a year and a half ago, Darkverse Prius drivers, Jesus Christ. Hazing is what made him want to start bettering his life with fitness. So I guess there is truth to that. I don't hate him though. I think he's okay, but you gotta haze people. That's what we do. Yeah, I mean we all kind of poke fun. Hey Gort, good to see you. Come on, PLA. I think sorry. I think that poking fun is okay, right? Like I'll poke fun at anybody. Like anyone can watch my video and be like, who's this, fat bastard running, half second draw to first shot, like, poking fun at me or whatever. But the reason I'm out there is to add healthy activity to my life, is to be more active, to be healthy, to get, more running around and shit like that. And obviously it's not all I'm doing, but that's one of the things that I added this year, was to be more active and go do shit like that, right? So, yeah, people are going to say shit, they're going to bust my balls and whatever, and that's just going to want to make me go out and do it even more. So, people are going to talk shit. People are going to talk shit about the little scrawny guys. People are going to talk shit about the big guys. Dude, every time Shooting Gallery New England posts a video, people jump in and they give him shit, and they're like, "Oh, you're so fat." He's like, "Yeah, thanks. You can be more creative with your insults." You know, so much respect to him. But I think busting balls is okay, right? Like, as long as we're all doing something to, better our family, our community, ourselves, our whatever, just focusing on yourself to grow and develop as a person and become a better protector, a better person, a better individual. Now, Tim Kennedy, on that note, so let me get back to this. My apologies. I get sidetracked easily. What'd you say? Okay.
Yes.
Nate D, great to see you. You talking bad on my man, fat bastard? I just got here. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, Nate D. Sport brand. SG&E is an oak tree of a man. He is wise and large. Yeah, I think that's what you mean. Teeth, worst pain. Oh, bro. Yes. Tooth pain is unbearable, bro. Okay. So sorry. Let me back up. Okay. So I don't remember if it was like a year and a half ago or so, year and a half ago, 2 years. I don't know. Over
I
the
see something
last.
going back like November 3rd, 2021.
Wow. Okay. So, well, I guess that's about 2 years ago. So Tim Kennedy came out and, as a guy that, is around firearms that we all use and train with and build, buy, sell, trade, whatever. We do our things, right? And I'd say most of us seek out training, or most of us seek out, exercising our ability to, you know, to run our guns every opportunity that we can. And you would think that other guys like that are also of the same, like, freedom, independence, you have natural rights that are protected by the Constitution and blah, 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 blah. And most dudes are, right? Like, look at all these other guys that are coming out of the soft community that are all, you know, all about our natural rights, that are all, y'all know, okay? Not all of them, but a lot of them. So anyway, Tim Kennedy basically comes out and he took this stance saying that he believes that things like AR-15s should, as a civilian, just a normal old civvy, you shouldn't be able to just go grab an AR-15 and buy it. That special operations guys and guys that served in the military, they can, right? Because they've been, trained and
Didn't
whatever.
he talk shit about wearing camo and carriers and rigs and all that?
Anything, basically saying that LARPing was, stupid and bad and evil and all that shit. And I'm totally just like, um, shooting from the hip here, no pun intended. I'm He basically said that these types of activities should be reserved for, military members, law enforcement and military only, and that civvies, the dirty civilian, should not be able to just go buy an AR-15 and just go buy, if you want to go buy, Cryo Precision, gear and, shellback carrier with level 4 plates and, all this shit, right? That basically civilians shouldn't be able to. That was a really, really bad idea of him to say. And if he truly believed that, if he believes that or truly believed that, and there's a reason I'm saying that, he made a mistake, because the whole gun world, the community, tore his ass up. I mean, jumped in and they were like, "Who the fuck are you? Like, you're running around on all these gun channels of all these people that we watch that talk about protecting our God-given rights, our natural rights that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution, and here you are as a part of the government, right? Like, you're placing yourself as like, hey, I'm the enemy, right? It's a stupid position to take. He took it, right? And then here we are 2 years later, and I see him on. So I'm trying to get Michael Cargill on the show. He is the, famous lawsuit for the bump stock lawsuit, Cargill v.
Garland.
Garland. Thank you, Merrick Garland. So Cargill v. Garland, and I was gonna have him on the show, so I start looking at his channel. He has a channel, he has a show. It's called Come and Talk It, kind of like a play on Come and Take It, but it's like a talk show, right? And it's cool. He's a little cheesy, right? And if you're out there, because I just asked you to come on, you may pop in and listen to me. That's fine. But I would love to have him on the show to talk about the lawsuit and some other things that he's discussed on his show. And lo and behold, I start looking through his channel, and who is one of his most recent guests? Tim Kennedy. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is that in watching this short, well, I'll say the two things happened. So one, there was a long video and there was also a short. Okay. So the first video I saw was a YouTube short, and it was like Tim Kennedy and Michael Cargill sitting there talking, saying, Michael Cargill was like, so here's what's going on. The ATF is putting out this new rule for FFLs, and what they're saying is, and before he even finished, Tim Kennedy was like, abolish them. And he was like, what, abolish the ATF? He was like, yes, abolish them. He was like, okay, all right, well, that's enough on that topic. And boom, they went on. And then he was like, abolish the ATF, abolish the FBI, abolish the Department of Education, and abolish the what was the other one? ATF, FBI, IRS, and Department of Education. Okay. Now it sounds like Tim Kennedy's just repeating the talking points of Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. But I don't know, right? So I'm like, let me watch this video and see if Tim Kennedy can change my mind and make me think that he truly believes this. And I just don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. I think what happened is he came out, he wrote his book, he did all his shit, right? And he's noticing how much of a chunk of the gun world is like, fuck you, bro. You literally jumped in and said that we shouldn't be allowed to own guns. We should only people with their government permission slip should be able to own guns. Like that, dude. Like, no, we're not about that. So we're not going to buy your book. We're not going to follow you on social media. And prior to all this, I would watch him all the time. I would watch him talk about jujitsu. I'd watch him talk about guns. I'd watch him talk about training. I'd watch him talk about whatever. And then all of a sudden, Tim Kennedy one day said, only military and law enforcement should be able to go buy AR-15. I was like, what? What a stupid position for you to publicly take. What did you think? Did you think everyone was going to be like, you're right, I'm going to go join the military so I can... No, dude, come the fuck on. Sorry, I'm being a bad host. Grill, that's exactly what it sounds like. Though, if that's the boat he's on, it'll float. But Boomer, there's some truth to the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I've been had jungle fever. What? Not really into boy. I'm literally selective service. Playing grills. Jesus, man, what? Grills just go over your regular teeth, though. And Tim Kennedy is a cuck and a grifter. Bingo. So what I believe is that Tim Kennedy changed his position and has clearly radically changed his position and is screaming it from the rooftop because he's realized that with his book and his social media and his, the stances that he's publicly taken with his certain company of friends that are sponsored by another company that do coffee stuff, that probably feel the same way that he does. I don't know. Maybe not. But I bet you probably feel stupid that you lost a massive amount of market share for your book and your reach and your channel and your social media bullshit, whatever, right? For your training that you're selling and all this stuff. And then the dude is selling mentoring, teaching kids, young men to live lives of freedom and independence and I'm like, bro, okay. And what are you going to tell them? That the only way that they should own AR-15s is to then oh, okay, let me stop. Oh goodness. That doesn't look good. I think it's popped.
Yeah,
Um
it's probably okay.
yeah. You know, if you ever have a soda and it's like shaken up or dropped on the floor or whatever, if you set it down on a table and then you spin it like this,
I don't
like
believe you.
I swear to God.
No,
So listen to me. If you
Mm.
set it on a table
no.
and you spin it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5 to 10 times, the centrifugal force will spin around, and I swear to God, it will reduce the amount of uh fizz.
I'm not buying that.
Promise you. Ask anybody else in the comments. It was on Better Call Saul. And I thought it was bullshit till I actually used it when like sodas would drop and stuff. I dropped a Red
That
Bull.
Bud Boomer is saying that
Saying what?
it was on Better Call Saul and it works.
Yes, from Chuck. Bro, you know it. He got it from Better Call Saul's brother Chuck. Yes, 100%. Yep. It works. You sit on a throne of lies, Jonah. Great to see you. Jonah, I was actually talking to Flying Rich and John Crump, and I was trying to talk these guys into getting some night vision, but they said
Mm.
your prices are just a little too expensive, that you're going to need to bring them down if we all buy tubes at the same time. What do you think? What do you think, Jonah? Just so you know, Jonah is the night vision guy. He is the guy to go to get night vision. And don't be scared. I heard he's got a Big Mac too. I got you guys. Yeah, we'll all, and then we'll put like in uh we'll take the name of your company, we'll print stickers and we'll wrap them around the tube just so we have a marketing you know uh whatever thing with you guys.
No, can I mount a PEC on my Steyr AUG?
Yeah. You can you can mount a one of those little Holosuns with the IR laser on that little 45-degree shit. That honestly, it's not a bad idea. And I got 2 IR illuminators from Goombeam. So maybe I could give you one and I take one. I think I'll get the Max Candela one and I'll give you the other one. Flying Rich, Flying Steam when?
Steam? Did he mean
Does it
stream?
work for beers though? Yes, anything carbonated in a can or a bottle. That would be awesome. Whoops. Whoa. That's dark magic. Y'all know that don't really work. Drop something on the floor and then do it and see what happens. I promise you, I have literally done it. So I had a Red Bull that fell, and it fell from about chest height onto my car door, into my car seat after like hitting the console and all this. I mean, that thing was like, intense, right? So I was like, all right, let me test this theory. Okay. So I set it down on the middle of my center console and I waited like 10 seconds. And then I just literally spun it around slowly 10 times. 7, 8, 9, 10. I turned it to me and then and it still was like, psst, right? But it didn't blow up everywhere. If I had just waited the 10 or 20 seconds and then opened it and not done that, that shit would have blown up everywhere. Promise you. Promise you. Serious question. Why no EATech? That is what goes on every AUG. That is true. Why no EATech?
Don't have one.
That's fair. He does not have one. I can also attest he does not have one. And what I'll also say, I have a grip load of optics. I currently Nate D. I'll try it, but I feel like I'm being tricked. Nate D, you've been an incredible viewer and you've been so gracious and so kind, and I love you for that. And I promise you, I would not set you up. I'm not saying like smash the thing around or be super crazy, like abusive with it. But if you did drop it and it kind of, don't smash it, right? Don't like chuck it on the ground. But if you drop a soda, right, set it on the table, give it 10 seconds, and then go like this. Just turn it around until it does, 5 to 10 circles, depending on how hard you dropped it. EOTech with a magnifier, facts. EOTech 512 would be so insane looking on that. Facts. It would. It would. Sport brand in a home kitchen frying stuff is a pain with the splash and disposal of all. That's why I only fry a turkey once a year. Very, very true. Red Bull isn't carbonated. Osgood, are you drunk? Have you ever had Red Bull before? Red Bull isn't carbonated. Look it up right now. And Osgood, I love you by the way. I'm just saying. If you on your favorite internet search engine type in Red Bull, what is Red Bull? It'll say Red Bull is a lightly carbonated citrus blah 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 that is actually really terrible for you. But I'm addicted. I literally drink Red Bull once a day, almost every day. I miss some days, but oh, dude, I need to get this. Okay, I need to show y'all. Blade Boy, what's up, brother? All right, so I'm thinking of putting this.
Pafo, love it. Oh,
So the other one actually says "Fuck around and find out" below it, and I'm like, I don't know. Do I want a dog whistle, as they call it, or do I want to straight up? You can read this. EOTechs are still able to be purchased. Oh, for sure, for sure. Actually, you know what? Hit up Jonah for EOTechs. He'll help you with that.
oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, Jonah. Honestly, for anything like firearm related, if you're going anything OEM, hit him up. Anything OEM accessories or anything like optics or whatever, dude. Those custom OTF knives that I'm getting that I've been waiting for. He was the one that they got them for me.
Oh, cool.
Lightly. That shit'll still blow up though. Promise you, it will blow the F up. So I didn't know if you wanted to touch on that. That's why, that's why I just, so yeah. So Jonah Weiss started his own thing and it's called Big Mac Defense. Big Mac Defense.
I don't know if working at McDonald's is a career path.
There's reasons for the name. Detective John Kimball. Hold on. Taurine has been shown to slow the aging process. So Red Bull isn't all bad. Interesting. Red Bull and Jaeger. Ugh. Two things bad for you makes one right. That's probably right. Snoring. I mean, Barton Fink.
Barton Fink.
Yeah. Do you finally know who it is now?
Huh, I don't know.
Oh, that's great. Have to defend all the McDonald's. It is your mission.
All the McFlurry machines.
Mm-hmm. That's why all the machines are always freaking broken. Jesus. No, real talk. I still have not had a McFlurry, but I will say, after saying that and hearing that, I was like, man, I kind of want a McFlurry right now. Oh man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hit Sweet Frog tomorrow before my wife comes back.
When
Oh,
is
and she
coming
said,
back?
"Don't mess up the house." Oh my god.
You fudged it up.
Oh, I've like
Shit
Yeah.
everywhere.
yeah,
Haven't cleaned up the
yeah.
kitchen.
It's like
even
because
more.
I haven't put anything away.
Yeah.
I've got
Dude.
every.
Imagine me, man. I've been living alone for a year. My shit is a disaster. You guys would not believe if I turn this camera around right now. The only nice area of my home is this area right here. And even that's a fucking mess, all right?
No, I remember when you moved the table that you're on a couple of feet. That was a big deal.
Yeah, a lot. Well, mostly a big deal because I lost freaking internet right away. Got a code for Big Mac yet? So I don't think I have a code, but here's the deal. Jonah, drop your Instagram. So no bullshit. I'm not shilling. I don't get anything or whatever from Jonah from Big Mac Defense or anything at all. But the reality is this: every single thing that I have gotten from Jonah, he has gotten me the best possible deal that I can get. Unless I want to go like on eBay and like hunt for some like lightly used something, right? Like he got me the Team Windy bump for an excellent price. He got me the Wilcox G24 mount for a very, very, I mean, a crazy price. I mean, still an expensive enough price to know that it's real. But he got me an excellent price on that. And then he got me every single thing that he's done. The OTF knives, obviously, these ones here are from Tack Knives. These are their higher end. Obviously, if you use code DARK on Tack Knives, y'all know that you save 20%. You can also use code DARK on Goombeam, which is in the description. And you can also use code GLOWIES at Gideon Optics to get this aimpoint acro style red dot folio-ish. I'm going to be mounting this on that chrome jammy. And then also, what else is there? Oh, you know what? I can actually get you guys, if you off this platform, if you hit me up on Instagram or if you hit me up via email and you're getting something through Brownells, I can give you a link and a code. Now, the code doesn't give me anything or anything at all. It's just a code for you guys to save 10%. It's just one that I found and it works. And also, but the link does give me, it's an affiliate link. So it gives a little kickback. It's 5%, but you guys don't, pay anything towards it. It just comes from, off the top of your order. Let's see. John Crump, what's up, brother?
Copy.
Dark, does Gideon have anything with a Delta Point Pro footprint? Not currently. They have RMR, RMSC, and Acro. That's it currently. Ruby Rich, let me get on the squad, cousin. Dark, does Gideon Optics? Hold on. Which part of the shark do they get the sauce from? Mickey D's is an American tradition. I'm with Jonah. We should start the movement at our local McDonald's. Dude, that would be hilarious. Okay, so here it is. So Jonah's Instagram is get_out_I'm_pewing. So get out, I'm pewing, all separated by underscores. The reason I'm saying that is because you can't necessarily use a code, right? But if you want something, anything, no matter how big or how small, hit them up on Instagram and be like, yo, DLD sent me. I want whatever, a Wilcox mount, Team Windy helmet, an ops core helmet, a light, a laser, whatever, anything, a suppressor, a freaking machine gun, anything. He's an 07 SOT and he can get you whatever you want, provided that it's legal and lawful, and all legal routes are exercised in the procuring of all equipment. Just saying. But this way, if you actually hit him up and you talk to him, then he can say, okay, what do you need? What are you trying to use it for? Blah, blah, blah. What's the best application? Give you different options, and then he'll find you the best price for your shit. That's what I'm saying. But you got to let him know that DLD sent you, because then he'll know to give you the extra special dilder pricing. Yeah, so he's in the process of, so he started a new company. He's been in this business for years. This one is exclusively his. He was formerly Integrity Firearms, but he's now launching his own thing, Big Mac Defense, and he's in the process of getting his 702 SOT. D- Does he do suppressors to the door? Only when he's clearing kill houses with live ammo does he put suppressors to the door. No. Although I do have a funny story. You know what? So some people probably know this. I could use a P229 Legion slide. Hit him up. Yeah, he may be able to help you. Actually, Jonah, I got a question for you and for anyone else in chat. Tell me this. So I came across a deal, okay? I've been wanting a SIG 226 Elite for a long time. All right, we're talking $1,000, $1,100. Um, it is legal to
Okay.
do.
Whose cannon is that?
That's Mr. Snows.
Is that an Olight on the bottom?
That's an Olight with a Gideon optic on top. Also, if you hadn't noticed, that cannon was black. He sent it out and it was polished, stainless.
Yep.
Y'all know what Ford means, right? Found down the road, dicking your girl. Is that what it means? I thought it was driver returns on foot. Ayo. I might get the Gideon red dot with the big ring around the center dot. So there's two of those. So this, the one that fits on the acro mount actually has both, but you can change it. Okay, so all right, so let me see if y'all can see this. Okay, bam. So there's that, right? That's just the dot, okay? And boom. That's the crosshair. Let me see if I can. The further away, the bigger it gets. Hold on. Let me see if I can. There you go. So that's the crosshair. That's just the circle. All right. You know what? Hang on. Stay there. There you go. So that's just the circle. Okay. And then this is the circle with the dot. So you can actually change this one, whereas the RMR footprint one that is the alpha cannot be programmed, so you can't switch the optics. So this one you can actually say, okay, like for me, this one I only want to run the dot with, right? But that's because I'm going to be running it on a Glock, so I need a little bit of a larger window just for more view. Because when I hold up this bad boy, I just want that little 3 MOA dot. I think this one's a 3. Let me see. So I want as clear of a window as I can get with a pistol. But for a rifle, a sub gun, or something like that, because this does come on an AR-15 height rail from the factory, so you don't need to buy it or anything. The on a sub gun, on an AR, something like that, you're actually kind of shouldering it and putting it closer to your eye, so you can look through it a little bit better. When you draw your handgun and you press out, it actually makes your reticle larger the further away you push it from your eye, so it covers more of your target. So I want a smaller reticle so I can have a larger window and see more. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah, there you go. Matrix precision, guys. Stripped SIG frames. Just build what you want. Fucking auto spell. The P226. So that's what I was going to say. Okay. Thank you. So the P226, $1,000 gun, $1,100 gun, depending on where you get it. The Elite has a super, super tight grip. The circumference of the grip is smaller where the web of your hand goes, right? I found one that were Leo trade-ins that were barely touched, okay? They literally used them once for qualifications and then put them all away in their factory boxes. Never even touched them after that. But it looks like the decocker was removed. I was like, what? I've
Why would
never
they do
seen a SIG with a decocker removed. Have any of you guys seen that? Jonah, uh, Armitage. I know Armitage is very siggy. He gets siggy with it. Have you guys ever seen that at all? I personally, I have not. When I saw that, I was like, dude, this is a great deal. It's like 650 for a basically brand new, what do they use? 50 to 100 rounds, something like that for qualification, depending on, exactly what I don't know. Even if it's 250 rounds, 500 rounds, I don't care, right? But 650 for a SIG Elite 226, what? Decocker removed is either an SAO or double action Kellerman. So this was not the single action only version, because this was set up as the double action. It didn't have a safety, right? It was you see the well where the double action or the decocker is, but the decocker itself was gone, but the portion was still there. Undecocker. Rusty Shackelford, what's up, bro? Love the 226. My Mark 25 has thousands of rounds with no hiccups. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. SIG DAK doesn't have the decocker. It's the shit. It's the shit trigger. You're saying it's the trigger is the shit or is dog shit? I know it sounds ridiculous, but I have my Holosun 407C set up on my AR, and I love it that way. My favorite setup. I have much higher dollar setups, but 407C because I love, dude. I'm 100% down on that Scorpion back there. I have a 407 on the Scorpion, but bro, let me show y'all. Hang on. I can't show this on camera because YouTube would yeet the stream. But watch this. Hang on. Okay. So if you guys have like a sub gun setup and don't need the extra height for an AR, these Strike Industries exoskeleton mounts are tits. They are solid freaking steel. Okay. And this is,
steel?
yeah, it's steel.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Literally, like, look, well, it's my magnet, but yeah, it sticks directly to my magnet. It is Strike Industries. They call it the exoskeleton, and it's not AR height. So it's got to go on something like it's got to go on a sub gun or, here, let me turn the light back on. Sorry, y'all. It's got to go on like a sub gun or a non AR height needing, platform. You can, of course, put a riser on it if you want, but this is the most solid design I have ever used for the subgun 407 507. But the cool thing is that these exoskeletons have the multi Strike Industries is famous for this. They use this for doctor cut, RMR cut, and you can put anything you want on this and it's gonna fit. And they include like 100 screws, 100 different pins and posts for all the different mounts. So if you want to mount a primary arms, RS10 SLX on this, you can. Anything with Doctor Cut, Burris Fast Fire, anything like that. What's the other one? RMSC, RMR, anything you want can go on here, and it's $50. It is freaking solid. Now, I
What
wouldn't
is
run
Crumpy
this.
saying? He tried to book a dead guy for my podcast.
Was it a dead guy that voted in a recent election?
You can't talk that shit.
Well, did he vote?
School election.
That's what I was talking. What were you talking about?
School president.
School president. Tried to book a dead guy for my podcast. Are you saying that Flying Rich tried to book a dead guy for the podcast? I believe that for sure.
No.
Hang on. One day, hold on. Will it work with a riser? Yes. So it is Picatinny. So if you grabbed one of those like American Defense mounts that are, QD on the bottom and then pick rail on top, you could literally just input that biatch right on there. John Crump, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. What dead guy were you trying to bring on? The dude Oh, okay. So yes, it's not your fault. You didn't know that he had passed away. Unfortunately, this was somebody that Crump found on YouTube, and the dude did 5 years in the prison that Matt is going to be moved to, and he started watching the guy, and then he sent some of his videos to me and Rich. I started watching him, and then I was like, oh, like this dude seems really cool, and he's really funny, and whatnot. He had been in recovery. He used to be an addict and whatnot. So I was like, man, that'd be dope to get him on my show. And I guess Crump was thinking the same thing, like, man, we should get him on the show. So I learned by watching a recent video that I guess his spouse or ex-spouse or somebody else had posted like 2 to 4 weeks ago, and everyone was in chat like, oh man, I got chills when I saw this notification. RIP, we miss you, we love you. He had passed away. I think from the sound of it, it sounded like he had relapsed and he had passed away.
Oh man. Oof.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's crazy, man. No one is immune. Like, yeah. F in chat. Salute. No one is immune to, the psychological addiction to drugs, even after you've been clean for years and years and years. This coming up November 5th, I will be clean for 13 years. And I still know that I have to be cautious because in my mind, every now and then I still think about that stuff and I'm like, man, I would never, ever, ever, ever use again. But every now and then, I catch myself thinking about it, reminiscing, like thinking about it positively. And I'm like, damn, like I got to get my shit in check because it's no bueno. No bueno. Congrats, Dark. Thank you. Appreciate that. Congrats on being clean. Thank you. Appreciate that. I just figured everyone knew. That pull never leaves, bro. I'm addicted to the needle. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Hunter is back. Dude, should I not add you, Hunter?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Appreciate
No, I
it.
just wanted to
Hey,
say,
oh, you're talking to me now?
no,
He's mad at you. He's mad at you.
no. Let me just turn this way. No, what I was saying is, I talked to you today. What are you talking about?
I gotta put this back on my Scorpion, so hang tight.
All right. No. Well, I gotta wait till Dark gets back. I was gonna tell. I found out what happened to the dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll tell him when he gets back. So yeah,
So, John, what optic did you put on your AUG?
I got an EOTech.
He got an EOTech. I'm back.
Okay, so I found out what happened.
John Crump live. Is it OG Badger? What? Is it like OD Green? It's white.
He got a
Bo-
Stormtrooper AUG also.
Yeah, both of their AUGs are white because they're gonna dye them blue.
John, do you want a casing deflector? Or you want me to just send you the design?
Sure.
Did you print? Does it clamp on or?
It snaps in. Yeah,
Nice.
somebody designed one, but they didn't get the dimensions right. I had to, rework a couple dimensions. But
Bastards.
No, I found out what happened to that dude.
So what happened?
Well, I guess he was trying to stop from relapsing, so he took extra methadone.
Oh no. And then what? He overdosed on the methadone.
He overdosed on methadone. Yeah.
He had to have been mixing it with something else because he was saying that he was on like over 100 milligrams a day at some point, which that's a lot.
Yeah,
To,
he took I guess he took like a 250 milligrams.
holy shit. Andy Lipsco, bro, I am 100% with you. Andy Lipsco says, all I got to say is thank God I got clean before fentanyl really hit the streets here. I know my ass would have been dead 100%. It's always sad when we see him relapse these days because his new stuff kills.
Yeah, so he was trying to he was, I guess he took 250 milligrams of methadone to try to kill his cravings.
Yeah, I don't know. So 180 is the max. So it you do have a peak, like a maximum that you can take, but it doesn't mean that you like can't physically ingest it. Your brain only has so many receptors available for opiates, right? So, and most people, the reason why like people, if somebody that's never done opiates in their life, if they took like Suboxone or morphine or methadone or something like that, they just get sick. They're think of opiates as your brain does not have real like opiate receptors. So your brain literally carves like highways through your brain to create pleasure receptors for the opiates to bond to. And that's why they get sick when they take a dose, right? But that's also why somebody that's using consistently, that's why they get sick when they don't have it. And that's your brain trying to go back to what you were manually putting in your body, which your body does naturally create the endorphins, but your brain is not set up to just slam dunk 200 megs of some type of huge endorphin dump. So there is a ceiling for things like Suboxone and methadone, but I would guess that somebody like that that's like desperately trying not to you know relapse or something like that, they may also be taking something like, who knows, they could be drinking, right? Or they could also be taking like benzos with it. And the moment that you mix benzos and uh, whether it's bupe or methadone or whatever, it is very dangerous and your respiration can get extremely low. And once you just go to bed, dunzo. Bro, I remember the sick feeling. I remember the sick feeling every day that I don't take my medication at the right times. Damn. Found my nephew in the bushes at a McDonald's. Narcan saved him. Kids don't know. Bro, so true. Man, I yeah, maybe we'll save it for another chat. We'll
And
do
you know what?
story
I'm gonna
time.
drop because my eyes are burning.
No, you're good. I'm about to wrap it on up here, but I appreciate you
Hey
hanging
guys,
out, Rich. Thanks, man.
Grumpy in the family room.
Are you muted or we can't hear you? What'd you do? No, we're literally not messing with you. We can't hear you.
He's messing with us, I'm sure.
Probably.
Alrighty, guys.
All right, brother.
Take care, man.
You too. I still can't hear you. Hang on. Let me take you out for a second and take you back in. If you're on your phone, you may back out and come back in. Let's see. Damien, yeah, man, when the news started coming out, he just called me in and said he couldn't prescribe it anymore. So I went from fentanyl patches to nothing. Oh, rough times. All is well now, though. Still no audio. Is it connecting to Bluetooth somewhere else? No? Yeah, I got no audio. Bro, okay, so Blade Boy nailed it. Okay, so one of the things that people don't consider when you're getting off of opiates, let's say for somebody that's like been on subs for over a decade, right? You may be sick for a week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. It's different for everyone, right? But once you get through, still no audio. I'm sorry, man. I promise I'm not messing with you. Once you get through the biggest portion of being sick, pause. PAWS, post acute withdrawal symptoms. That shit, I was still going through it 90 days in to getting off of subs, and it's brutal. All those little tiny bits of just the small tiny little things that you can't shake, feeling like you want to jump and crawl out of your skin, the little hot flashes and cold sweats, and the little aches, and because you haven't felt pain for years when you were using the little all the little things, that yawning when your eyes water when you yawn, right? Those tiny little things that just drive you nuts. And it sucks, man. It feels like it lasts forever. I'm telling you, 90 days in to getting off subs, I was still feeling it every single day. I take buprenorphine because I don't have insurance, so it's generic, air quotes. I can't afford Suboxone. Remember the fear of being sick. Spend our whole life afraid of being sick. 100%. Yep. Lots of sleepless nights, dude. 100%. After first week, it's downhill. Yeah. I still got pause from benzos. Yeah, benzos. Dude, still no audio. What the hell? Try turn Bluetooth off on your phone. I didn't sleep for 45 days when I kicked a decade ago. Dang. Honestly, I wish I just kicked straight up. At the point when I got on subs, it was just like we knew a lot less about subs, right? Like I would have set up a plan to get off that shit in 6 months had I known. But it did help me like spend years and years of building different habits, like working up here to work on yourself, to if you just get clean but you don't, you know, actually build different habits, and I don't know. There's a whole lot to getting. I don't give recommendations or advice or anything like that, but man, it's hard, and I got nothing but respect for anyone going through it. And the reality is that look, we it's highly likely that every single person in here still no audio. Dude, you got to be playing around with me. Do you have earbuds or AirPods or anything you could try? Did you check the settings? Oh, for sure. Sitting around doing nothing? Yeah. That'll drive you crazy. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Kratom. Part of me is not even wanting to venture down that road, honestly. I know. I don't want to do anything else, but I also shouldn't um you know, I shouldn't be doing what I'm on. Well, whatever. I probably shouldn't talk about it. Or whatevs. Hang on. Let me see. Here's another one. So this is the zigzag 20. So you walk in, dump 5 rounds. So what you're doing is you zig in, and then you put 5 rounds on the left target. You zig back. You basically make an M, right? So you walk up and then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Immediately transition to the next target. Walk backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then transition back to the middle target and walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it just helps with like shooting and moving. Right? You should never shoot faster than you can move, and you should never move faster than you can shoot unless you have to run for cover. Like I'm saying, in a training situation, right? If you have to, you run, you do whatever the fuck you got to do to get away, right? Um, but helping with like hand-eye coordination, and then helping with shooting, movement, shooting and moving, but then also target transitioning from you know boom, 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 going back and forth and transitioning. That's helpful. And then
Dude, I'm gonna be right behind you, okay? Are you ready? I'm ready.
that's that's Hat Creek with the AR. We did them with pistols and AR. We'll see if I have mine with a rifle. Oh, that one's pistol again. Did I not get mine with the rifle? Hold up. No, I had to have gotten this. Oh, did he not take video of it? Come on. Come on. I think he made the classic mistake of when you think you're recording on an iPhone, but you're actually not. Dang, I didn't get my half second on there. 0.60 is the best one that I got like on camera. And that's this one. It was like 0.52 and 0.6 and then 0.62. This is Raul. He works at MD Arsenal. I'm pretty sure he shot the floor. Hold on. Let's go back. Raul. Oh no. Oh no. I think he shot the floor. No, like for real. Hunter Biden, I can't hear you. You saw that? I'm sorry, Crumpy.
Tell me when you're rolling. Sir, I have my wallet right here.
See, and this is where, we make mistakes too. We're humans.
Sir, I have my wallet right here.
So I missed my first draw. So sometimes you when you hit the retention, if your yank is all, if you when you draw from the holster, if you don't time that shit right, you could accidentally yank it without hitting the retention or whatever. So I sloppily did that, made a mistake, and because of that, I jerked it out and did not hit my first shot. So, you know, everyone, can make mistakes. I think this is another mess up. Yeah, that's another boo boo.
Ready? Yep.
There you go.
For my butthole. Ain't nobody touching that butthole. Damn.
Ain't nobody touching that butthole. All right. Sorry guys, I get carried away. I'm having fun. Look, I have been having a blast on my journey with training, just trying to get, I don't know, as good as I can when it comes to working with, you know, my handgun. Even though I look at it two different ways, from your EDC and from your your overt rig. I see those as two different things, right? Sucks when you jerk it out and miss. Very true. Come out in PLA. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I'm sorry, Crumpy. I don't know what was going on. I promise you, I was not messing with you. My apologies. Yeah, I was so worried about the time, right, and not worried about the fundamentals and the actual you know um the individual movements and the tactics of each. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes, but being fast is not where it's at. Doing it tens of thousands of times to get to a point where doing it fast is fluid, that's where I want to be. So sometimes I just try to jerk it out too fast and make a mess all over the place. But I just sometimes I get a little ahead of myself and I want to push myself to the next limit. But uh, you know, it is what it is. Dark got mad skills. Bro, far from it, man. I am in the beginning stages. I am a baby. Pardon me while I whip this out. The whole kill bad guy thing, dude. DLD After Dark, you should have just kept playing the intro when Crumpy was trying to talk instead of muting him like you used to do to Light. Damn, dude, that would drive him nuts. We love the Crumpy. We love the Crumpy. Man, good old days. Nate D, training is always fun, man. I passed the 1,000-yard qual 2 weekends ago after training for about a month. Nice. Only took me a few rounds and no misses. Hell yeah, man. Dude, that's huge, man. One thing that I have not spent enough time on is long range, and long range is super duper important. Uh, Personally, I had a couple of guns that I was comfortable pushing out to the 6 to 800, you know, range. Um, I've never really had 1,000-yard gun, and what I mean by that is we all have guns that can go out to 1,000 yards, but you know what I mean. I've never had a gun that is um, so I had a Remington 700 and 300 blackout. That round is limited just based on its inherent design, right? So, if I had a Remington 700 in 308 or a Remington 700 in whatever, something else that was more appropriate, it would have been a different story. I could make a setup with, let's say a 308 Remington 700 that I could absolutely take out to 1,000 yards with, you know, I could replicate the situation. I could do, duplicitous and, whatever, over and over and over and over and over, take it to 1,000 yards, no question, right? Same ammo, knowing my holdovers, take it to 400, 600, 800, 1,000, bing, bing, bing. But anyway, I ended up selling that back in the day. It was a mistake. That was one of the last guns that I sold. Since then, I have made it a goal of mine to acquire every Glock available. I'm just kidding. But I'm getting a little crazy with the Glocks. I gotta take it back. DJ Play Nice, what's up, brother? Got a jet. Be safe, have fun, take care of your Creu and Rock. Hell yeah, appreciate you, man. Accurate and consistent. Yes, that's what I meant. Thank you. It's late and I'm tired. I used my 6mm arc upper. Did great. Hell yeah, nice. All right, but let's go ahead and bring it to an end. Appreciate all you guys for coming in and hanging out, man. Sorry that I had to start the stream from my car, but I look, I didn't want to leave you guys sitting here doing nothing with your D's in your hands. You know, I'd much rather come and kick it with you guys and hang out. Man, shout out to the stubby from TAC-Knives. This thing is fire. And if you use code DARK, you get 20% off. I'm just saying. But wait till you guys see the knives that I pop up with in probably a week or two, something like that. The very, very unique shit that I'm going to be popping out. Chrome Guru. Just bought another precision rifle, FN TSP 308. Hopefully I can get some range time tomorrow with it. Hell yeah. Chrome Guru, man. Hope you've been well. Haven't seen you in a while. So good to see you, William Baloney. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Suboxone is one of the hardest to get off. Quitting dope is a cakewalk compared to bupe. 100%. But if you were handcuffed to a bed for a week and got off dope, you still didn't, change up here, right? Like it's different. I don't disagree with you. It's way easier to get off dope than it is subs. But at the same time, if you haven't changed enough up here to make different decisions and different life choices and create different habits and live differently, subs gives you the ability to rebuild your life. And y'all know what I'm saying. But I don't disagree with you at all. But I appreciate all you guys coming in, man. Great to see all y'all, and lots more shooting in the future. I should have that new Gen 5 slide probably by Monday. And I don't know, maybe I'll go check the mailbox. Maybe it came after I left. And I'll post a picture on the Instagram of all the new Gen 5 goodness. And like I said, I appreciate all you guys. So if you guys could, right, let's support the companies that support us. So if you go look in the description, you'll see companies like Goonbeam, right? Companies like TAC-Knives, the AR Takedown Tool, North Coast Tactical. Dude, Goonbeam is the man. This dude just sent me 2 IR illuminators. He's awesome, man. So all these guys that are contributing to us, and they want the word, all of this out, all of this stuff behind me, all they want the word out so we can just push freedom and independence and arming each other and training and becoming better. And that's the whole thing. And when we talk about all this stuff, even though we focus on guns and gear a lot, please do not forget to focus on water, food, like the most important things, right? You can't live without drinking water. You can't live without eating food. You can't live without breathing air, right? And cover those 3 things for your whole family, and just always focus on water, food, shelter, security. Security is the last thing, and that includes guns, ammo, gear, and all that shit too. So, and then of course training in that category, because you want to know your gun and know your pistol and know the ammo you want to have the most intimate relationship with your handgun as possible. But of course, through training and through your own growth and development and all that, you need to have that same relationship with your rifle too. So, know your shit, know your holds, know your y'all know. I don't need to preach to y'all. You get what I'm saying, right? And every now and then a $500 knife doesn't hurt either. All right, let me stop. I'm not trying to flex out here. I'm just saying, because right next to it, I also got a $40 knife as well that I use just as much, and a bag of Oreos too. All right, guys, thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I appreciate all y'all so much. I really, really do. P38 Wilbur, what's up, fam? I appreciate you. Don't forget your teeth. That's a very, very good point. I'll repeat myself. Savage 110 long range precision. Hold on. Yes, on the Savage 110s, 100%. Those are baller. I'll repeat myself. Savage 110 long range precision, 6.5 Creedmoor, junk barrel, rebarrel with a Bart lane. Easy to do. That mofo will shoot. Yeah, no, I did. I I heard you last time. I had a Savage 110, uh, 110A, 110B. I don't remember. A was it Accuracy International? It had, I think it had an Accuracy International trigger or something like that. But it was a 300 Win Mag, and I got a crazy deal on it. It was like 650, and it was all like coated and super dope, and I didn't keep it for more than a few months, and I did not push it out anywhere near where it could have gone. But I wasn't ready for it like up here, you know. um Now, but like I wouldn't have rebarreled that like the way it was. It was, you know, it was dope. But looking into like setting up something now for myself, I would probably do something. I'd like to build something, you know. Um, but either way, we'll figure out which direction I'm going to go for a long range gun. I kind of want to set up an AR or AR-10 kind of setup. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just got rid of a Savage FCP SR-110. Dang. Subutex saved my life for sure. Been on buprenorphine for 5 years. The Suboxone with the naloxone make me sick, and I get so I'm on Subutex as well because I was allergic to naloxone. I would literally get rashes, hives all over my body. I started getting like growths, almost like skin tags, but like growths under my tongue. All sorts of nasty shit, dude. The moment I switched off, and I was on it for years, right? My mouth was all getting jacked up. My skin was all jacked up. I was like not healthy, right? Now, at the time I was like, man, like my life is so much better on Suboxone, right? But I didn't realize what the naloxone was doing to me. They say it's inactive, but bro, you be swallowing that shit. You be taking, you know, at that time I was on 2 tablets at 16 mgs a day. You're swallowing naloxone. I don't care what, what they say. And the moment I went to see a doctor who, unfortunately, he was my homie. He passed away. Um, he was like, "This is from Suboxone," and I was like, "Whoa! Like, how did you even know I was on subs?" He's like, "Cause I'm on Suboxone too." But he had told me that it's likely that I'm allergic to naloxone, and to go, to my main doctor that I was getting it from, and he recommended Subutex. That month, all my skin, my rashes, everything went away. The shit under my tongue went away. My body was trying to do anything it could to like push shit out, you know. So hopefully no one takes that little snippet. My body was trying to do whatever it could do to push shit out, you know. Oh man, it's bad. Anyway, guys, look, I love y'all so much. Stay clean, stay healthy, stay focused, and remember that through all this shit, even though we have a lot of casual conversations, our country is in a very, very challenging place right now. As our world, just as men, we're put in a really compromised position. So we have to be the best leaders, the best version of ourselves that we possibly can be for our neighbors, for our communities, for our family, for our kids, for the next generation. We cannot be making some soft ass kids that are just, tick-tocking and gramming and you know, we have to make better choices so we can make sure that our next generations to come are in a better position. And I know that, right now it's a I don't know, I'm kind of uneasy about where we are right now because the elites are constantly doing whatever they can to reach in and fuck up our life. And we have immediately been like, we are the enemy, right? If you are a free thinker, if you have a mind of freedom, independence, and liberty, and if you're armed, if you're a military age male, you are the target, you are the enemy. But we need to make sure that we can continue to push these good, positive, healthy values down to our children because it's likely they may have to fight if nothing's gonna pop off while we're here. Anyway, look, I love all y'all so much. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you, William. All you guys too. Y'all, stay strong and stuff too. But anyway, in the end, look, rule one is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief little moment that you have, that interaction with somebody else, it could have a massive impact on their life. So just be a good person. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. Also, rule number 3, rock a Gideon optics. I'm just kidding. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. Make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, y'all, I'm out. I love all y'all. Be safe, be dangerous, stay strapped, or get clapped, as they say. Fuck off! Oh, and don't forget, please leave a comment, because sometime probably next week, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and I will be using the comments. Finally, I know we had to do for the last few giveaways. I had to do some other shit for the giveaways, but I'll finally be using the comments. So after this video posts, if you go in and you leave a comment and you say, this is my entry and whatever, something like that, make a clever joke, preferably a penis joke of some sort, or like a blue waffle joke. Then I'll be using all of the comments from, I don't know, like the last 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 live streams. I don't know, but I'll do something like that. We'll be giving away some dope-ish. So, fuck off! That was a better one. Fuck off! Fuck off! Love you.